What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestle Gamer. Welcome back to another Stardom watch-along commentary right here on WGS TV. I am, of course, your friendly neighborhood Wrestle Gamer, being joined by the Studley Man Ashley and the incomparable Lance Moss from YouTube.com/Lance Moss TV. I can talk. I promise, guys. I can talk. But anyway,
we're not sure about that. We're not sure about that one.
All right, what we're going to be commentating on here, guys and gals, is the 5-star special that happened in Hiroshima on September 3rd. Both me and Ash, we kind of had caught some glimpses of it when we saw it live. And let's say, Ash, there were some phenomenal matches at this show.
For it being listed as a 5-star special, it certainly did some special stuff. With some big matches pertaining both to titles as well as the 5-star tournament itself.
Definitely, and a couple of key matches that are going to be happening on this special. The Wonder of Stardom Championship on the line. Mariah of God's Eye defending against Konami of God's Eye. And Konami has stated that if she wins the Wonder of Stardom belt, if she wins the white belt, she will return to Stardom full time. And of course, Julia, in the main event, Julia defending the New Japan Strong Women's Championship against a member of prominence in Seira. And I gotta tell you, that is going to be a very, very tough competition for Julia. But anyway, guys, before we get there, we need to get to the beginning. We need to get to the kickoff match that happened. So, Ash right now is in charge. By the way, if you guys want to watch along with us, we are at StardomWorld.com. If you want to get a subscription, it is anywhere between $6 to $7 a month. And I got to tell you, Lance, for that kind of money, for the great content it has, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
So Ash is in charge of the countdown this time. Ash, over to you.
Right. Synchronized watching 3, 2, 1. We'll go.
So here we go with no audio.
Just the intro, so.
Yeah, we're just at the intros right now. Yeah. Those of you are wondering, now I can hear it. We have been having a little bit of technical difficulties through Discord tonight.
It's not me. I just got here.
But this is the kickoff match. A 6-woman tag team match. As you can see right there, we have Miyu Amasaki, Lady C, and Azumi of Queen's Quest. Now, what I find interesting is their opponents are each from a different stable. This is all the prominent members of Queen's Quest on one team. As we're taking a look right now at the 21-year-old sensation of Queen's Quest, Miyu Amasaki. And there's the Human Tower, Lady C. And of course, one of the longest reigning high-speed champions in Stardom, Azumi. Again, 3 prominent
members. Azumi's still only 21, but has been wrestling for 8 years.
Well, the one thing we have learned about the athletes in Japan, they start at a very young age, Lance.
Yeah. Best way I can put it is kind of like football in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot that Thekla's I think it's Thekla's music.
It is.
It does sound like it's bloody Friday the 13th style. No. Nightmare on Elm Street style.
Yeah.
Well, she is known as the Toxic Spider, but first off, there's the Positive Pineapple, Yuna Mizumori.
Hang on. Let's wait for the important bit. Thekla!
Yuna Mizumori, of a apprentice member of Cosmic Angels. And there's Ami Sourei of God's Eye, who we watched off stream yesterday, Lance, at the September 2nd house show. Had a hell of a match with Mayu Iwatani.
Oh, hell yeah.
And there's the Toxic Spider of Donna Del Mondo, 1/3 of the Artists of Stardom champions, which is Stardom's trios belts, and Thekla.
You know, that jacket kind of gives off a little bit of a HBK when he first turned into HBK vibes.
Oh, I remember those jackets.
Yeah.
So like I said, we have one team, all members of the same stable in Queen's Quest, and then on the other team, each person from a different stable. And it said Thekla from Donna Del Mondo, Yuna, the apprentice member of Cosmic Angels, and Ami Sourei of God's Eye. Looks like Azumi is going to be starting out for Queen's Quest, and Thekla is going to be starting out. Oh! Well, talk about a start! Azumi ahead of the curve. Reversal there by Azumi. Thekla with a go behind. Misses the kick at Azumi. Misses another leg sweep. Spin kick by Thekla. Two of them. Missed the right hand. Azumi with a roll up. Rolls through. Missed of a clothesline by... And both women went for a drop kick. Azumi went for another drop kick. Thekla avoided contact. Thekla connects with a kick. And what a hell of a start, Lance. What a hell of a start, Lance.
Yeah. God damn.
Tags into Miyu Amasaki, and Yuna Mizumori comes in now. A nice roll up right there by Miyu. Only got a 2. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Yuna Mizumori. I mean, Ash, we've been watching her for years in Gato Move. And she is double tough.
Yeah.
I mean, if she could go ahead.
I mean, I thought she was going to like dump her like a pile driver there, but instead it was just a delayed sort of flop. And there's a splash.
Yuna goes for the cover and only a 2.
The referee's got a lot of chewing gum on his hands. What's it all about?
I'm not sure, but Yuna's going to have a lot on her mind come the next New Blood show, which I believe is called New Blood West 1, where she is supposed to be taking on the leader of Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano, if she wants to have any chance of becoming a full-fledged member of Cosmic Angels. Miyu Amasaki now in the ring. Sends Yuna into the opposite corner. And Yuna responds with a drop kick. And now tags in the big girl, Ami Sourei from God's Eye. And you want to talk about someone who's got a lot of power, Lance, you got to be thinking about Ami Sourei. Oh!
Oh, hell yeah.
And how about those wicked chops? I mean, from what we saw at the house show with her and Mayu Iwatani, she lit her up like a Christmas tree.
Absolutely.
Ami also a former, no stranger to championship gold herself, a former Goddess of Stardom tag team champion, and a former Future of Stardom Future of Stardom champion, excuse me. But Miyu catches Ami with that dropped hold into the corner, and then connects with the Muda elbow, then off the ropes, got her up and down with the pendulum DDT. And Miyu with a timely tag to the human tower of Queen's Quest, Lady Z, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, look at both these women, Ash, big, strong women of Stardom.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the closest equivalent out of the pair of them. And of course, they went at it for the Future Stardom title a number of months back.
Lady C now with
I think.
I believe so, but Lady C now with an abdominal stretch. Also known as the Cobra Twist in Japan, by the way. Lady C with a side rush and leg sweep goes for the cover, and Ami and only a 2. No, there's those chops again. And now Lady C responds with
One of
one.
her own.
And Lady C's daring her to do it too, and ow! I mean, we saw what Saori did to Mayu at that house show, which again is another show that you guys can see right on StardomWorld.com. And now Lady C and Ami exchanging chops, but now Ami getting the better of Lady C. Lady C just taking a barrage of chops right in the chest cavity. She's lit up in the corner, nowhere to go. Look at the look of pain on Lady. Oh my God! What a shot! Remind me to never take a chop from Saori, ever. Not even if she offers me money and a date. Never. And now we're getting some teamwork here by the Queen's Quest team. Look at that. Azumi standing on the shoulders of Lady C. Oh, until Thekla decided to break it up.
That almost went bad.
Yeah, it definitely did. But now look at the power of Ami. Man, she picked up Lady C and made it look like it was easy with that Death Valley driver, but only a 2. No, Ami off the ropes. Oh my God, got caught with that neck breaker by Lady C. Thinking of God's Eye later on tonight, or later on in this show. I apologize for my verbiage. Lady C with the choke slam, but Thekla and Yuna break it up. Speaking of God's Eye, Saki Kashima will be defending the high-speed championship against Momo Kohgo of Star. So that should be a very interesting encounter, to say the least. Oh, nice teamwork! Ami sends Lady C into Yuna, who came off the middle rope, and then runs into a super kick from Thekla. Big clothesline from Ami! Ami goes for the cover, and Lady C kicks out. And also lands, as a Hall of Famer once said, I love a good clothesline.
Yeah.
Blue Thunder Bomb by Ami, and that's it. Ami connected with the Blue Thunder Bomb to Lady C. So the ragtag trio of Ami Sourei, Thekla, and Yuna Mizumori pick up the win in the opening match. Which, in my mind, Ash, is kind of surprising to me. Oh, wait a minute.
Well,
What the? Ami just chopped Yuna.
I guess they can coexist, but as soon as it's over, they cannot coexist.
What the? Again, I would not want to take a chop from Ami Sourei. And now a little face-to-face confrontation between Azumi and Thekla.
And now Azumi.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Azumi having a go at Amy. Right. What?
I mean, apparently Thekla and Ami have no issues with each other. I mean, Ami is a former member of Donna Del Mondo, before she defected into God's Eye. But that's just our kickoff match, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot more matches to go, including our next match, which is our tag team encounter. Ash, want to tell everyone about it?
Yeah. We will switch over in 3, 2, 1. Wow, maybe we will. Sorry. Cue up your videos, everybody. So 3, 2, 1, go. So we got the intro first, because of course we have.
And this should be...
So this will be running through the entire card, so we might as well mention it here. SoftBank, it's probably NFTs. Damn it. So in our open contest, we've got the Megasis Megan Bayne teaming with Maika to take on Club Venus of Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa.
AKA Rose Gold.
Then after that, the first of our 5-star Grand Prix matches. Utami goes one-on-one with Momo to determine who heads the blue group as we go into the next week of stuff.
Oh then, my God!
From the red block, we have Tam versus Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid has to win to stay in contention to win the block. And likewise, a very big one, Mayu Iwatani versus Saori. Mayu also has to win to stay in the hunt for winning the block and progressing on to the final in a few weeks. And then your 4 title matches.
Yep, the high-speed championship.
High-speed title against Momo Kohgo. When will Seira get her chance? Will it be ever? Who knows?
Speaking of Seira,
tag belt.
Go ahead.
Natsupoi and Anou defend against Suzuki and Seira. And in our co-main, even though it probably should be the main, who knows? Mariah defends the Wonder of Stardom belt, the white belt, against Konami. God's Eye collides.
And remember, if Konami wins the white belt, she returns full-time.
And then for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, Julia will be defending against Risa Serra. A one-off appearance from her, possibly. After God knows how many appearances last year as part of the Prominence stable being quite prominent. No pun intended. But we've got to go back all the way to the beginning. It's time.
It's time.
It's time for boobs versus height, I guess you could call. I don't think it's disrespectful to say it's boobs, because I'm pretty sure Mina's like, yes. I mean, one of the stipulations is the cup size of the breast has to be a certain size, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus Christ.
I think she has specified that. I think she has specified that, so I don't think that is incorrect to mention.
Well, you gotta imagine Rose Gold looking to get back in their winning ways, in course, reclaiming the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championships that they lost to Natsupoi and Saori Anou.
At the same time, they are all in strong contention to possibly win Blue Block. They still have, a fair number of matches each. So they can easily... I mean, I don't know whether they still have to face each other, which might get awkward.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that a stablemate took on another stablemate in the Star. I mean, I saw earlier Natsuko Toro and Starlight Kid had a match. But anyway, this is tag team competition, and as much as we like Rose Gold, Lance, they're going to have some very, very tough competition in Mega Bayne and Maika.
Absolutely.
And the only thing I feel bad for about Mina is her birthday is the day after Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, December 26th. Her birthday gets overshadowed.
Go ahead. That, she's always bound to have a Stardom show in or around her birthday, given how they usually have one right at the very end of a year.
Yeah.
And now, because we can't afford motion graphics, here's a picture of a Pantheon. Something. I don't think it's the Pantheon, because it doesn't... Oh, no, wait, we're actually going inside the Pantheon. There is graphics, my word.
It's a miracle.
Unless we're combining Megan's still of a pantheon with Maika's entrance. Yeah, we are.
Yep. But you want to talk about a tag team that is just raw power and strength. It's definitely Maika and the Megasis Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne kind of turning into the Brock Lesnar of Stardom, if you think about it. I mean, she's an intimidating sight.
She's putting lifts into her head because she's got a thing that makes her look 2 foot taller.
She's also a very intimidating sight, Lance. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I also remember the night that the arm break accident happened.
Yeah.
I am intrigued as to when she's going to be showing up back in America.
Yeah.
Mainstay of Beyond Wrestling for a number of months, and then has been sort of the last 2 months or so, pretty much non-stop, doing Stardom shows. Gaining her Joshi experience. And Maika is Michi.
Maika is Smash Mouth, in my opinion. She will get it in your face. She doesn't matter who it is. And she has no fear, no intimidation. I mean, she is just flat out raw power. As we're looking at the Japanese commentary team, if you guys are listening to us from this watch along, we appreciate it.
Considering how it's Japanese commentary, we normally have a special guest on commentary. Maybe we're getting that later, I'm not sure.
Also, this isn't the first time Rose Gold has been in the ring with Megan Bayne. Although that last appearance was kind of, I don't know, kind of head scratchy. Maika wants to start for her team.
Oh.
And apparently Mina's going to start for Rose Gold.
I just realized this is Eminem versus Eminem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or I guess technically Eminem.
Lock up and again, that power of Maika easily backing up. How do you call that on commentary?
Cuppage.
Cuppage. And Mina has got plenty of it. Oh, misses the back fist. Maika connects with a kick. Reversed by Mina into the ropes. Drop kick right to the leg of Maika. Yeah, that's one way to counteract the power of Maika, Lance. It's to take off the legs.
Time to pose. Oh.
No, they were looking for that Rose Gold double drop kick, and from the outside, Megan Bayne had another idea for Mariah May to introduce her to the seats. And now just look at that power by Maika, just holding up Mina for that slam. And now the athleticism of Megan Bayne with the splash. Goes for the cover. And only a 2. Megan Bayne has only tasted defeat once here in Stardom at the hands of Tam Nakano.
Oh, is that? I now remember why you call her the Brock Lesnar of Stardom. Because she does the F5.
And she is just, oh God, a dominating presence in the ring. Tag back into Maika. I don't know if that's better or worse for Mina. All I know is going to spell pain with that clothesline in the corner of Maika off the, with the shoulder tackle. Maika for the cover and only a 2. Again, one thing we've said many a time on these watch-along commentaries is that the women in Stardom hit very, very hard, Lance. And speaking of hitting hard, there's Mina with those rapid-fire shots, and again, a big shot to the side of the head. And now Maika and Mina trading blows. I don't know if that's a good idea to be trading blows with Maika, but look at Mina go. Look at both of these women going. And Maika seems to be getting the better of Mina in that department. Mina with a drop kick right to the knee of Maika. And again, Ash, that's a good way to counteract that power that Maika possesses if you take out that leg.
Yeah. Stop that vertical base from being as effective.
And now off the ropes, Mina tilt-to-whirl, lands on her feet into the side Russian leg sweep. And a tag into the fighting princess of Club Venus, Mariah May. Mariah May coming onto the scene earlier this year in Stardom, connects with a beautiful missile drop kick to Maika. And she's just been improving every time we see her. And look at those rapid fire chops by Mariah May, lighting up Maika in the corner. Would you say Mariah May, Ash, has been one of the surprising turnouts of Stardom this year?
I'd say her and May Seira have really been sort of the MVPs in terms of the new blood, if you will, within the company.
Rose Gold now with some double teamwork on Maika. Kind of a double leg takedown of sorts. Goes for the cover and only a 2. I remember how happy Mariah May was when she and Mina won the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championship. Mariah May saying that was the first championship she's ever won in her wrestling career. Maika with that power slam and tag in to Megan Bayne. There's that shotgun kick by Megan and just a clothesline to Mina. And now Megan Bayne, just being the megasis that she is, just dominating Rose Gold. Unbelievable what an athlete Megan Bayne is. Oh, and look at that power. Look at the power of the megasis with both members of Rose Gold. Samoan drop, fall away slam. Unbelievable power from Bayne. Goes for the cover and only a 2. Ashley, you seem to be more familiar with Megan Bayne than I am. Where do you know her from?
Mainly Beyond Wrestling. She did a number of shows there earlier on in the year and last year. Based out of the Midwest mostly. But, you know, she's had very few matches. But, hey, if you're going to learn your trade, you might as well come to Japan, because that's probably where the most competitive women's divisions are right now.
Yeah, what a great place to learn, to study, to, you know, perfect your craft, learn from a lot of veterans. Megan Bayne chose a good place to further her wrestling career and become an even better in-ring competitor, especially here in Stardom. Nice tornado DDT, and look at that, Mariah May held on to it, and now she's got like a butterfly lock with a body scissors on Megan Bayne. Mina with a dropkick to the knee of Maika, and now Mina, oh God, what like a modified Indian deathlock, or more like an inverted figure 4 on Maika. And look at the power of the Megan Bayne, just dropping Mariah May face first, and then a boot right to the face of Mina. Bayne said, it's over. Bayne has got her up. Oh, but Mariah May fights out of it. Mariah May, when you wish upon a star, and Maika breaks it up. She's put away a lot of people with that roll up. And I think Megan Bayne knows it. And now we're going to get some double teamwork here by Bayne and Maika.
Doomsday.
Doomsday device by Maika and Bayne. Mariah May is all alone.
Here comes There's the F5.
And it's over.
She loses to the world champion, but then just wins every other match, which does make sense. Great job.
Usually we've seen Megan Bayne scream the words, "Go to hell," before delivering that F5. Then it was just...
She's a new legacy. Uh-oh.
Oh, and you don't talk about
Mina
somebody...
wants boobs.
Well, Mina...
And instead she gets a cut.
Mina shows no fear. Mina is not afraid of anybody. I mean, Mina has made a reputation of being one of the most fearless competitors in Stardom, and she definitely is not intimidated by Megan Bayne in the slightest. Just not a good night for Rose Gold. But an impressive win in this tag team encounter from Megan Bayne and Maika. Another impressive outing for Megan Bayne, who is only... It's got the future is ahead of her right now, Ash. And it's a very bright future.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to see when... I mean, considering how much she's wrestled in Stardom, can we put her on the All Elite show? Oh, wait, we're only allowed one women's match on that show. With Stardom, we are privileged to get more than one women's match. In fact, it's the entire card, more often than not.
But speaking of privilege...
As we transition to the...
Go ahead.
As we transition to the first of our 3 5-star Grand Prix, and our only one pertaining to the blue block, we'll let you go on to match 2 on the Stardom World page, if you were watching there to transition over. And we shall get rolling in 3, 2, 1. Dramatic music.
Ash, restart it real quick.
Will do.
But again, guys, the only Blue Star Block match of the evening, and what a match this is going to be. From Queen's Quest, the leader.
Both are on 6 points.
And you're good, Ash.
I think both are on 6 points. So whoever wins this will lead the bracket going into the next set of matches coming up this weekend on a couple of the house shows. I don't know whether Utami... I don't know how far Utami needs to catch up. Or Momo, to be fair.
I guess that would all depend on what happens in this match. As we see the Black Peach of Otai, Momo Watanabe, and let's just say she's not bringing out that bat because she's a fan of Major League Baseball.
No. It's going up somebody's head.
Yeah, both are on 6. No matter what happens here, neither are out because Momo has 3 matches left after this one, and Utami also has 3, so that they are on an even playing field. So considering how they're obviously in the hunt and they're a level pegging with each other, getting 2 points ahead of you, because also if it comes down to ties, I think it also pertains to who you beat in terms of whether you get your opportunity. I do love the fact, though, that Utami's entrance video is completely out of date. Still, we have not updated it to include the fact that for the first time in the first time she had the World of Stardom Championship, she had long hair, shortened it when she dropped the belt, and She's back to longer locks.
Shout out to one of our dearest friends and one of my mods and one of my closest confidants in Werevamp Rose. Again, we are also recording this live on Twitch over at twitch.tv/WrestleGamer, where we do have the chat room. Chat room, if you guys are here with us, throw up some emotes. So the video can see your emotes here for the watch-along commentary.
So Utami has surprisingly only won 3 of her 5 matches. People thought that she might have had a bit more momentum, having got the Western experience by doing those couple of GCW and JCW shows back right before the 5-star began. But suffered losses to Azumi and Maika. Amy Sourei is on commentary for the rest of the show. But yeah, so far has had wins against Mariah, Mina, and Saori Anou. With Momo having wins against Mirai, Saori Anou, and Maika, but actually losing to Julia and, interestingly, to Mariah May. Big result for her. I mean, it's wide open. Practically everybody bar Hanan has won at least 2 or 3 matches, I think.
Here we go a little bit.
Michael has won 2 and drawn 1. So, as I say, it's wide open because it's very close in the blocks, and as you'd expect with these two, British style sort of grappling session to begin.
Exactly, both women just trading moves back and forth, trying to out-wrestle one another in the opening moments of this contest. Again, one woman, as of this show, September 3rd, will emerge the leader of the blue block. It's either going to be Utami Hayashishita or it's going to be the Black Peach Momo Watanabe.
It's also interesting to note that neither are in bracket action this coming week. But to be fair, Utami isn't either.
Oh! Nice drop kick right there by Momo.
All Utami's matches left in the block are going to be within the last 10 days of the tournament, which is, I think, 4 days within tournament, events. But yeah, I guess it may help to have matches that close together, because then you have the consistency of knowing you have to deliver, so many times in a row, as opposed to somebody like Momo. Well, Momo has got a match this coming, not this coming weekend, on the 17th. And then, oh wow, she's got back-to-back matches with Hanan and Mina Shirakawa. So she has sort of her own sort of time when she needs to deliver.
There's some history here, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of years ago, Momo Watanabe was a member of Queen's Quest before she turned her back on the group to join Odiotai. Stabbed all of her friends, or she called them her friends, in the back to join, for some reason, Odiotai and become the Black Peach of Stardom.
Then again, of course, that is sort of the Odiotai way.
Exactly.
If all else fails, stab in the back.
Yeah, again, their critics, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you cheat. But somebody who doesn't need a cheat is Utami, who connects with that kick to the back of the head of Momo, goes for the cover and only 2. You got to figure Utami has not forgotten the betrayal that Momo Watanabe did a couple of years ago. She wants to get a measure of revenge for that, for sure.
Oh.
Ooh, nice kick right there by Watanabe to the chest cavity while holding onto the arm, and then just kicks Utami down. And Watanabe in the corner with a drop kick. Utami had nowhere to go. I'm talking about eating all the pressure from that drop kick. And this time Utami depositing Watanabe. Oh my God, on the top, and the clotheslines are all the way to the outside. I'll tell you one thing, Lance, if Utami wants to play dirty, she's going to play dirty.
Oh, absolutely. They said Flair was the dirtiest player in the game, but I think she might have him beat.
Oh no, Utami on the outside, not a German on the floor. Oh wait, miss of a clothesline. She's got the back! Oh, she missed! She missed! Oh my God!
Right across the shoulder.
How can she be proud of that? That just boggles my mind. It's how she can be proud. Oh, now again on the... Oh no, oh no. Oh, a modified Deadeye on the floor. And those mats on the outside are paper thin at best. Doesn't provide a lot of support.
It's slightly better than concrete, but not by much.
Utami in a world of trouble now. Drop kick to the back of Utami. Watanabe off the ropes with a Nidiora. Goes immediately into the cover and only a 2. Watanabe now turning on the heat in this match. She's trying to pick her up again for that modified Deadeye. There it is.
Whoa. That was a very close count.
In some places it's called Saturday Night Fever. In other places it's a modified Tombstone. But it nearly brought Momo Watanabe the win. But now the Black Peach ascending to the top rope. Oh, and gets caught by Utami. And now both women are in a dangerous situation here, Lance.
Oh, absolutely. This is the high rent or the high risk district.
Utami.
Utami going for us.
Wait, hold on.
Suplex.
What in the world? Utami. Oh, wait a minute. Avalanche air raid crash. Utami from Brent's rope delivering an avalanche air raid crash to Momo Watanabe, but unfortunately cannot capitalize on it and execute a lateral press. Because you gotta figure, Ash, if she was able to cover Watanabe after that move, this match would be over.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of... Maybe it was just from taking so much offense from Momo that just left her too exhausted to be able to capitalize from the avalanche. Block the kick.
It definitely it did it again. Utami off the ropes. Oh, Watanabe Dragon Suplex. Dragon Tiger Suplex, rather. I apologize. And only a 2.
With a bridge as well. Never forget the bridge.
Never forget the bridge. Watanabe. Now look at this. Look at this move. Oh, wait a minute. Counter by Utami. Oh, look at that power into the power bomb. And one would figure after the year Utami has had here in Stardom and everything that she and Queen's Quest have went through, she has got a lot to prove to herself, to the fans, and to the members of Queen's Quest. Oh, especially by winning the 5-star block. German suplex by Utami with the bridge, and only a 2. Only a 2.
Now it's getting to the point where I feel like we're getting to the final 5 minutes. And remember, we have time limits on these. If we don't have...
roll up by Momo, and only a
winner in
2.
the time limit, we get to a draw.
Block the kick. She caught the leg. Big clothesline by Utami. Utami. Oh, she's got her up. Rack bomb by Utami. Goes for the cover on Watanabe. Oh, and Utami.
Still not enough.
Lisa Utami put away Billy Starks in GCW with that rack bomb.
Yep.
Going for it again, or...
No, she's going for something else. She's got her up in the Canadian backbreaker. But now she's transitioning. Oh, wait a minute. Are we gonna get Eye of the Storm by... Oh, Eye of the Storm by Utami. Goes for the cover. And that's it. Momo Watanabe is done. Utami surges into first place in the Blue Stars block after connecting with that Eye of the Storm on Momo Watanabe. But again, right now, it's still anyone's block in the blue block. In second place is Julia with 7 points. So Julia is right on the heels of Utami in this Blue Stars block, Ash.
Yeah. And of course, remember that final day, which could be the decisive one. Amazing to think, considering how long they've been together in the company, you know, for 3 years or so. For the first time ever, we're going to get Utami versus Julia, which may or may not be what decides the blue block.
And Lance, you saw that look on Utami's face, almost like a look of satisfaction, a look of like, we finally got you back from Utami to Momo.
Hell yeah.
But as of the September 3rd 5-star special, ladies and gentlemen, the current leader of the blue block with 8 points is Utami Hayashishita. But our other tournament matches that are fixing to take place all happen in the red block.
And we'll transition over to that now. First of our 2 blocks. An interesting one in itself. In terms of everything going down.
I'm going to say this will probably be my final match for the night before I pass out.
Okay.
Just giving y'all a heads up.
And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, for this match, we are being joined now by Just Built Different, the APW Hybrid Champion, Cody Hawkins. And Cody, just to bring you up to speed, we have had one blue block match, and there was only one for this show. And Utami Hayashishita has surged into first place in the Blue Stars block.
Nice. I figured, you know, I mean, she's one of the top members of Queen's Quest, man. She's almost unstoppable. She's an outright like rager in the ring, and she knows what she's doing. That's why she's in the lead right now. She has a no nonsense mentality, and she's ready to wrestle anybody who steps in front of her.
But talk about having amazing matches. Look what's on tap right now, Cody.
Oh crap!
Yep.
Here we go.
That's a good pairing. Let's go.
Hopefully you're synced up for match 3, everybody, as we are ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Tam.
Press it.
Damn.
So yeah, the world champion Tam,
Ash, restart.
who is I'd say somewhat on the back foot, but practically everybody in this block, apart from Natsupoi and Natsuko Tora, are on the back foot.
Ash,
But especially more so Starlight Kid. Mathematically, if she loses this, she will be out of contention.
Exactly. Unlike in the Blue Stars block, bro, right now it's anyone's game because there's like a 5-way tie for third place with 6 points. The Red Stars block right now, Natsuko Tora of Iwatani is running away with it, even though I believe she has 1 match left in the 5-star tournament.
That's the key factor. She may have run away with it. Bearing in mind, of course, all of them have also got a free 2 points via the injury to Saya Kamitani that we saw on the opening night of the 5-star.
Yeah.
A very unfortunate incident.
But yeah, with her only having 1 match left, which will be on the final night, it gives a lot of the other roster members the chance to catch up. And what could be interesting, depending what happens here, well, regardless of what happens here, Starlight Kid's last match is against her stablemate Natsuko Tora. So in essence, even if she does get knocked out, which considering how many matches she's got left is probable, but you never know. We could see, the big sort of build up and whatever. She could be the spoiler to Natsuko's shot at getting to win the 5-star.
We saw a little bit of people spoiling the 5-star Grand Prix last year. We know Saki Kashima played spoiler to a couple of people in the tournament last year.
But more so, it's more so the fact that Starlight Kid could ruin it on the night where it might get to a point where, as long as Natsuko wins, she wins the block. She wouldn't be able to be caught because introducing Starlight's opponent, and I think the person. Well, no, I think she last beat Natsupoi, but I'm pretty sure she beat Tam. Did she not?
I believe she did. With the help of that mist that Natsuko likes to employ behind the referee's back, she did.
We verify.
But anyway,
at
the World of Stardom champion Tam Nakano and Cody, we looked at this in the onset. This is going to be a very, very tough match for Starlight Kid.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's the top champion of this federation, and she's been holding it strong for a good minute. Look forward to a good hard-hitting match. These ladies are always putting it on the line. They really take it to each other. They're there for the fans. The fans come for Steph. We're ready for this one.
I take it back. Tora's already been spoiled by Kid because Kid beat her along with Suzuki. All the other matches are wins for her. The one that's going to play spoiler for her is Hazuki, who I think is mathematically out of it, or very nearly.
And if you notice, she came without the staff this entrance.
Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm.
She did come to the ring without the staff. I mean, it's a little different, but the poses are all the same. Her entrance is grandeur. I mean, she's the World of Stardom champion here. So I mean,
Tam currently on 5.
Whoa! Oh! Violet shooting off the bat!
Tam being the one responding quick, which for considering Starlight Kid's high speed,
Oh, wait a minute.
Basically,
Tam got. Oh no!
That started with a
wait, Starlight Kid. Wait, Starlight Kid's got Tam on the ring apron with the neck breaker. Dropped her straight south on what people say, Cody, is the hardest part of the ring.
Really made her pay for that opening night of that flying knee.
Definitely. And
she did not let Tam Nakano get away with this.
No, drop kick.
Oh, and stiff drop kick.
Yeah, what Starlight Kid may lack inside, she makes up for in intensity and just a flat out mean streak.
A lot of great technique.
And now look.
And a lot of good technique.
Go ahead.
All right, and also, hey, Don't let her
Oh!
fool you, man. She has, ouch, man.
Damn.
She has outstanding technique.
Yeah, and she just
Like when she
applied.
wants to use that technique, it's there. But
Tam
when
does
she
have
comes to play dirty, she really does play dirty.
Tam does have 4 matches left, so even if she does lose this one, she's not mathematically out. I think she can just about catch up, but obviously
Oh,
a
Crookshank
win will help.
suplex there.
Nicely done by Starlight. Starlight goes for the cover and only a 2. Starlight Kid currently 1/2 of the Stardom New Blood Tag Team Champions with Karma, who we rarely see nowadays.
Defending in a triple threat at
Oh,
the
dragon clutch here. Oh, breaks it. Oh, man. Just laying the palm of that foot clean across the side of her face, man.
Like I said, Starlight Kid has a definite bona fide mean streak. Oh, wait a minute. Go behind and Tam with the backdrop driver.
Beautiful. And a high angle, too.
Yeah.
She dang near landed on the back of her head there.
You know the
I
old
know
saying,
she's writhing in pain right now.
Oh,
Oh,
Dynamite comes
dragon clutch.
in small packages. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
grapevine.
no, hold on. Look at that standoff. Starlight Kid with a right. And now Nakano responds with one of her own. An elbow right to the side of the ear of Starlight
The
Kid.
hell out of Starlight.
Oh, and there's another
These are
shot.
rough.
Oh, there's another one. And now both women just trading blows in the middle of the ring. Guaranteed you won't see this kind of action in WWE,
Oh,
folks.
Starlight's getting the upper hand here.
This is what good old JR.
But Tam is taking it. Oh, breaks it.
All right. Oh, my God. I agree with you what Les just said.
Back of the neck. Ouch.
Oh, look at that agility by Starlight Kid with the cartwheel counter. Oh, Tam caught her. Tam caught her on the middle rope. And now look at this. Tam.
German?
I'm not sure if it's a
German?
Oh,
Breaks it.
wait.
Dragon clutch.
Oh, she's got her up. Wheelbarrow suplex? I don't know.
Cazadora.
No, she was thinking Cazadora. It's a block. And
Cazadora.
Tam, wheelbarrow
Bingo
suplex. And only a 2. What a nice counter by Tam Nakano, blocking the Cazadora into the wheelbarrow suplex.
Right then and there.
Damn.
That could have ended right there.
Yeah.
That speaks to the toughness, the intestinal fortitude of Starlight Kid. Oh, and there's a shot. Nakano was on the
She's
top.
back up.
Oh,
Jeez. Oh, that one rocked.
jeez. Oh, and she's back up.
She's
She's
mad.
back up.
She's
She's
mad.
back up. Springboard drop kick to
Damn.
Nakano on the top. Nakano is rocked. Nakano is stuck on the top rope. No, Starlight Kid with a shot to the face. And Starlight Kid with Tam Nakano on the top rope with a Cazadora off the top.
Cazadora face buster. Ouch.
And now Starlight Kid was thinking maybe of that modified Michinoku driver. And Tam was thinking maybe of the Violet driver. When Starlight Kid reversed with that modified tombstone. Drop Nakano on the back of her head.
Do you think she's got it ready?
Clutch. With the bridge.
Tiger suplex, only a 2. Oh, but she's still holding
Oh,
on.
but she keeps sticking.
Oh.
And another one
one.
with the bridge, and only a 2.
Still kicked out of that. 2 bridging high-end Germans.
And again, that speaks
Tam
to the
Nakano
intensity.
is
We talked about the fortitude, the intensity fortitude. As Starlight Kid, Tam Nakano has it in spades. Starlight Kid said, "It's over." Wait a minute. Wait, no, this is something different. It might have been the Star Crusher, but Tam got a block. Tam tried to block the Star Crusher, and again she gets out of it. And now Nakano with a tiger suplex of her own with a bridge. And oh, how close was that?
That was close.
Damn.
Unbelievable. How many shots has Starlight Kid taken on the back of her head in this match? The fact that she's still conscious, it surprises me. Unbelievable. And look at Nakano just rise up like a phoenix from the ashes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Nakano, try for the violent shooting. Oh, run a double knee to the back of the head, but Nakano's back up. Nakano's back up. Violent shooting. Violent shooting. And once again, Nakano violent shooting to the back of the head. Nakano's in the third violent shooting to the side of Starlight Kid's head. Nakano goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Starlight Kid kicked out.
Damn.
How in the world did Starlight Kid kick out of not 1, not 2, but 3 violent shootings? Oh, but this might be it. This might be the end of Starlight Kid. No, not a brainbuster.
Oh no.
Oh, counter by Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid. Oh, Momoruchi. Only a 2. Starlight Kid learned that move from Momo Nakanishi. The Momoruchi. But now Tam, a shot from both women. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you won't see... Oh, a spin kick by Tam Nakano. Oh, and another roundhouse kick. Starlight Kid somehow is still conscious. Oh, wait a minute. Tam has got her up. She won the title with this move. Violent driver. It's over. 2, 3.
The Kid is eliminated.
Yeah.
And remains in contention.
Again, how many blows, Lance, to the head did Starlight Kid take in this match? I've lost count.
From where we're from, the term would be a shit ton.
I agree.
It's not going to be... Well, this weekend it's not going to be easy for Tam because next up for her is Suzuki. Oh!
Look at that.
A show of respect.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of surprising.
Handshake or, I don't know.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's only the 3rd match of the show. Also, shout out to one of my friends and mods in the Twitch chat, Kyre. Kyre said, does that mean the Xenomorph for Dead by Daylight will be the next... Yeah, it already is. The Xenomorph is already in Dead by Daylight with Ripley as a survivor.
Ref putting on the belt on Tam.
What a contest. Lance, is there any way that I can convince you to stay for one more match, considering what's up next? It is a phenomenal match. Well, what's up next is Mayu Iwatani, the IWGP Women's World Champion, in a Red Star block match against the leader of God's Eye, Syuri. Now that match guaranteed to be a hard-hitting encounter.
Absolutely. But after that, I've got to, or else y'all are going to hear me snoring.
It's definitely one hell of a match. We just saw right here with Tam Nakano and Starlight Kid. These women are the future.
But speaking of that,
In
wait.
terms of what,
Go ahead.
In terms of what Tam's got left, after Suzu, she's got Amy Sourei, and then those last 2 matches, she's got Saori, and then her tag partner Natsupoi on final night, which could also be a contender for deciding the block. As we get ready for our next match, we'll let you transition over to match 4.
And look what we got ahead of ourselves, gentlemen. This one is gonna be a doozy, to say the least. Like I said, the leader, the two respective leaders of their factions, the leader of Stars, the IWGP Women's World Champion Mayu Iwatani, and facing the leader of God's Eye, it's Syuri. This is gonna be a hell of a match.
We are rolling this in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is gonna be.
You'll final one of the matches as well in terms of 5-star Grand Prix combatants and everything.
I mean, Lance, we saw the double toughness of Mayu Iwatani at that house show when she took on Sourei, and somehow one might say survived against Sourei with that Hurricanrana pin, but somehow she got the pin.
Yeah. By hook or crook, she got the pin.
Well, keep in mind as well, she had to.
Yeah.
Because she's only got so many matches left, she now has to have a winning streak going on all the way because of the dominance of Natsuko's score of 12 points.
But to do that, it's going to be a very, very rough road for her to do that, considering who she's about to get in the ring with. We're talking about a multiple-time champion, a former World of Stardom champion, the leader of God's Eye, Syuri and Cody. We whenever we've seen Syuri, we know one thing: somebody's about to get the shit kicked out of him. This is going to be a tough test. A very, very tough test indeed. If Mayu Iwatani wants any chance of staying in contention to win the red block.
Because Saori, I'm trying to think. Technically, Saori can lose this and still be in contention, but it will be a case just like it is for Mayu tonight, in that she'd have to win every single match to stand a chance of reaching the top of the block and getting to the 5-star final at the end of this month.
Well,
although, depending on when we do commentary on it, probably next month.
We'll try to get that up as soon as we can, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are listening to us, we do greatly appreciate it. Don't forget that we do these live over on twitch.tv/WrestleGamer. Be sure you guys check us out. Drop a follow over here. We like to have a lot of fun as well as we check out these wrestling shows and provide our alternative commentary to these shows. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. As we're getting set to have the entrance of the IWGP Women's World Champion, the leader of the Stars faction in Stardom, the Stardom icon, talking about Mayu Iwatani.
One of the few OGs left. I think she started somewhere in or around Stardom's debut year.
And she's still here.
Yeah.
But Lance, we thought Sourei was going to be a tough test for Mayu Iwatani. You almost got to think that's double that for Syuri.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, in the other matches in terms of results against her, she lost to Natsuko, she lost to Natsupoi, which I guess is fair because they are the top pair in the block right now. And then also the 15-minute draw with Tam. Which meant it was a point dropped, if you want to call it that. not being able to get the win.
Both women with a look of determination. Both women want to win this match, but only one woman can win. Is it going to be Mayu Iwatani, or is it going to be Syuri?
Also lost to Natsuko, and her draw came against Natsupoi, so...
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, both women looking to maybe a little bit of a Greco-Roman knuckle lock here to start the match. Oh no, they both got away from that. I don't think Mayu wants to play a power game with Syuri. I think Syuri has Mayu beat when it comes to that. Here we go, Colonable tie, nice headlock takeover by Iwatani immediately into the head scissors, kicks out of it. Another lockup, this time it's Syuri with the side headlock. Headlock takeover. And now it's Mayu with the head scissors. And Syuri gets out of it, and that's talking about a very precarious position for Mayu as Syuri went back to the side headlock. I think one advantage Syuri has when it comes to that one, Ash, is her MMA background. No! Talk about getting run over. Syuri just did that to Mayu. Well, up, roll over by Syuri into the ropes. Nice arm drag by Mayu. Drop kick connects. Again, this is a must-win situation for Mayu. Oh, Mayu with a kick to the back of Syuri, and I don't think Syuri took too kindly to that one. She's back up on her feet. Now with a kick to Mayu. Snapmare. And now Syuri. Oh, and a kick to the back. And Mayu's back up on her feet. Saying that's your best shot. Give me another one. Mayu said that's all you got. Syuri missed the kick. Block. And another kick. Roundhouse kick. Drop kick by Syuri. And now Syuri with the knee right to the gut of Iwatani. Butterfly suplex. Syuri goes for the cover and only a 2. Lance, I don't think I've ever seen anyone get up like that after a Syuri kick to the back and literally get in Syuri's face. That is unbelievable. Syuri now with the sleeper. Trying to make Mayu carry all of her weight. Mayu gets to the ropes. Unbelievable action, ladies and gentlemen, that you see only in Stardom. Syuri, oh, reversal by Mayu into the ropes. Mayu with a sling blade. Again, like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, this is a must-win situation for Mayu Iwatani. Just any chance, oh, drop kick by Mayu, any chance of staying in contention to win the red block in the 5-star Grand Prix tournament. A loss means she is mathematically eliminated from the tournament. But now Mayu through the roof with the tope. Syuri got out of the way. Syuri avoided the tope. When on the outside, wait a minute, Mayu, oh, thinking suplex blocked by Syuri, kick to the gut. A minute, Syuri, tornado DDT on the floor.
This is as hard hitting as you'd expect from these two veterans.
And like I was saying, Ash, this is a must-win situation for Mayu.
Yeah, and to some extent, must win for Saori, because you want to give yourself a buffer of maybe being able to lose one in the upcoming final matches rather than having to deliver and have to win, 3 or 4 on the bounce. Stay in contention.
Mayu finally back up on her feet after that tornado DDT on the Outside, then she collapsed to the ground. Syuri has gone to the outside to get her. Oh, wait a minute, Mayu. Oh, sends Syuri. Oh, and a super kick! Right to the jaw of Syuri. Now both women have collapsed on the outside. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, in Japan, outside the ring is a 20 count. Now both women have each other by a handful of hair. Both women have each other by a handful of hair, and they both kind of throw each other back into the ring. Oh, now a right by Syuri. And Mayu responds. Now Syuri won back. I don't know if I want to get into a striking contest with someone like Syuri, but Mayu seems to be holding her own. Oh, and another big shot by Mayu. Syuri responds, and now Mayu with one of her own. And now both women in the middle of the ring. Cody just trading haymakers left and right. Mayu seems to be getting the better of Syuri. Syuri knocked and staggered.
There's no quitting these ladies. Absolutely.
Oh my God! Oh, another big kick! Oh no. Oh, a big kick! Oh no. Syuri, went for the buzzsaw kick. Mayu blocked it. Mayu blocked it. And a dragon screw leg whip by Mayu. What a smart counter, Ash, for the kicks of Syuri. That dragon screw. And now Mayu Iwatani's got a target. Oh, to the leg. If you want to neutralize those kicks, go after the leg. And Mayu, oh, what a kick right to the face of Syuri. And Syuri just collapses into the middle of the ring. And now Mayu is on Brett's rope with a missile dropkick. There's one thing Mayu Iwatani does very well. It's fly the friendly skies. And she's got a very wicked moonsault. Mayu off the top rope with a frog splash. Goes for the cover on Syuri and only a 2. Unbelievable action. And again, in a very must-win situation for Mayu Iwatani to stay in the tournament. Mayu trying to lock up maybe a dragon suplex or maybe even that variant of a dragon sleeper that she has. Syuri gets to the top rope. Oh, a kick right to the arm. And now Mayu, dropped down by Syuri, kick to the head. Mayu, what a kick to the back of the skull of Syuri. This match is every bit as hard-hitting as I thought it was going to be. Syuri up! Codebreaker by Syuri! Syuri lightning quick, striking with the Codebreaker. Unreal. But now Syuri, when a fireman's carrying, Mayu fights out of it. Duck of the clothesline. Oh, beautiful German by Mayu. Super kick to the face. Of Syuri off the ropes. Oh my God, a kick by Syuri. That roundhouse kick. That knockout shot. Oh, it's only a 2.
Not a knockout yet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Into the muffler.
Yep, her variant of the muffler, she calls the Byakko. And now she's standing up while holding that muffler. No, Syuri spin. With a spin, Mayu is in a world of trouble in the Byakko. And now Syuri, after spinning her, now putting the pressure. We've seen many people tap out to this hold, Ash. This very painful submission hold. But Mayu is fighting to stay in the tournament. Mayu is fighting to stay in contention to win the red block. Mayu is fighting. And somehow, Mayu has made it to the bottom rope. Unbelievable that Mayu did not tap out to the Byakko. And now Syuri, with her feet on, oh man! Hangman's DDT by Syuri goes for the cover on Mayu and only a 2. Unbelievable. I know I've said that many a times in this watch-along commentary, folks. Oh, wait a minute, we've seen this. Oh my god! Poison Rana by Mayu! Mayu's got the cover on Syuri! And only a 2! Oh my god! Buzzsaw kick! Super kick! Oh, and another kick! Mayu somehow, with a rush of adrenaline, snapped off that Poison Rana, and then those 3 kicks. Mayu, the moonsault misses. Syuri with the running knee. But Mayu's back up. German by Syuri, and Mayu is once again back up. Mayu will not stay down. But Syuri has got her up. In the snowplow. Syuri hit the snowplow. And a kick out by Mayu. What is it gonna take?
3 minutes left, I think.
Oh, buzzsaw kick! And now Syuri now has Mayu in the electric chair into the one-winged angel slam. Cover! And it's over! Syuri picks up the win, and Mayu is now mathematically eliminated from the tournament. Lance, I promised you one more match, and did it not deliver on a fantastic match? I hope our friend Lance didn't fall asleep. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what a match. What an encounter. Oh, and look at that, Ash. You saw that from Syuri? No, not a show of respect. No, not a show of respect. You saw that gesture she did. I think Syuri has got her eyes, maybe, on the IWGP Women's World Title.
I mean, yeah, that's to some extent, yeah, that could be in consideration. Because, of course, whoever wins the 5-star can technically choose to challenge for whatever they want. It usually is the World of Stardom title, but now that we have the IWGP Women's World title, maybe that could also be included now.
I mean, just look at this showing that just happened here. They put on a freaking clip. If the New Japan fans do not accept a match like this, they're absolutely bonkers.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to enjoy matches like this, it's very simple. StardomWorld.com. You pay anywhere between $6 to $7 a month, and you get fantastic matches like what we just saw here with Syuri and Mayu Iwatani. And could we see a future championship match down the line between Mayu Iwatani and Syuri? Only time will tell. But speaking of championship matches, up next, the High Speed Championship. On the line, the newest member of God's Eye, Saki Kashima, defending the High Speed title. I believe this is her third title defense against Momo Kohgo of Stars.
We will get it rolling. Hopefully you've transitioned over. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Saki.
If those tournament matches were any indication of what our title matches tonight are going to be, we're in store, Cody, for some really good competition here.
Oh, absolutely. These are two of the top for that division right here. So look forward to a good outing.
Yep, the high-speed division, a very fast, ever-growing division in Stardom. And just like anybody, Ash, Momo Kohgo has an opportunity just like anyone. And look at that. A little bit of a new look here now, Ash, for Momo.
Well, she's trying to prove that she certainly belongs, challenging for the New Japan Strong Women's title multiple times now, both within the tournament to crown the first champ and at the Impact Wrestling show.
Multiverse United.
Yeah.
But there she is, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Stars faction, Momo Kohgo. But it's safe to say that the champion...
Is here.
It's time for the champion. You want to talk about someone who's actually come to her own ever since being forced out of Odiotai and joining up with God's Eye and winning the high-speed championship. We almost seem like a changing of the guard, so to speak, Ash, when it comes to Saki Kashima.
Well, she finally had a belt, which I felt she was quite overdue with, so... She's still embracing the black, though.
As we say goodnight to our friend Lance Moss for the evening. Be sure you guys check him out over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV. Saki's got a lot to prove. If anything, there's been a little bit of a dissension in the ranks of God's Eye, which is kind of what led to the Wonder of Stardom title match that's happening here tonight, Ash. Konami does not approve of Saki Kashima being in God's Eye.
She doesn't think that Saki's serious.
But I think Saki can learn. And I think Saki can actually grow by actually being a member of God's Eye.
She hands the belt over to Rossi Agaba and we get the obligatory photo thing.
Yep.
Saki being very chummy as ever with Rossi. Hand on the shoulder, tap on the shoulder.
Interesting little factoid, Saki Kashima, before getting into wrestling, was a former Japanese gravure model. And let's just say some of her pictures, goddamn.
First, the challenger.
I don't think of Momo Kohgo. I think back to early in the year, in April, when she was a part of that big battle royal, where she took a somersault leg drop from Mai Sakurai that ended up concussing Momo Kohgo that night, and she had to leave on a gurney. Now, if there's anything you need to know about high-speed matches in Stardom, ladies and gentlemen, is that they are just that, high speed. Saki.
You want a handshake? Momo is not reciprocating.
Momo doesn't trust Saki, because Saki has done this in the past.
Oh, where she the ref.
Yeah, if you remember, Saki has done it multiple times in the past, where she's gone in for the handshake and then just caught her opponent in her mousetrap finisher.
Hey, what? Finger poke of doom?
Wait. And Momo not falling for it, just raining down the rights onto Saki. Oh, duck of a clothesline. Saki once again wants a fair handshake from Momo. Are we going to get one here? Oh, no, Momo said no, and a small package by Momo, and only a 2.
I mean, technically we did, but Momo sort of stopped it because she was convinced that Saki was going to do heelish things, but to be fair...
She hasn't.
She hasn't really done anything of that sort, really.
Especially since becoming a member of God's Eye, leapfrog by Momo. Saki put on the brakes, and then 2 stomps to the back, and now... Oh, but look at Momo with the kip-up arm drag! Saki, we told you this was high speed, folks! We told you this was high speed! Nice arm drag right there by Momo! Goes for the cover for the title, not even a 1! And now both... Well, I was going to say both women with a kip-up, but it was Momo with a kip-up, and Saki just with a sit-up. Momo thinking maybe a double stomp. And Saki, one would say, Ash, almost maybe playing some mind games with Momo.
Oh.
Yeah, she's kind of playing some mind games. Yeah, she's taunting Momo, is what she's doing. She's getting into Momo's head. Which, if you beat your opponent mentally, that's one strategy to beating them in the ring. You're forcing them to make a mistake. And again, Saki not really taking the match seriously, which has got to infuriate Momo Kohgo, Ash.
Well, the kick out of 1 showed that.
Oh, drop kick by Momo.
Kick also emphasizes it.
And now Momo, what?
Oh, with a kick.
Yeah, a very interesting counter to the 619. Oh, duck of the clothesline leg sweep by Momo. And now Momo off the ring apron, springboard drop kick, beautifully done by Momo Kohgo. Goes for the cover for the title, and only a 2. And we're talking about someone who's well overdue for a belt. One could say the same thing for... Oh, man, what a takedown by Momo Kohgo. Goes for the cover, and only a 2. One could say the same thing for Momo, Ash, that she's also overdue for a belt.
Mm-hmm.
But now Momo in control of Saki. Looked like she was maybe thinking of a suplex. I'm not sure. Look at that headlock suplex by Saki. I think she's learning a little bit of grappling from Syuri and God's Eye. Look at this double underhook. Oh, blocked by Momo. Catch of the kick. Reversal by Saki. Up the ropes, Momo goes with the crossbody. Goes for the cover on Saki for the title, and only a 2. And a huge shout out to Touted Queen, who is live in our Twitch chat, listening to us ramble on about this match. Wait, Saki maybe was thinking that Kishikana mousetrap up and over Oklahoma roll by Saki, and only a 2. But now Momo, oh, wait a minute. Oh, rising palm strike by Saki, but Momo's back up. Missed the super kick. Oh, wait a minute. Saki was trying to kick Shirakawa. It got blocked. And only a 2. Only a 2. Super kick by Momo. Nice arm drag. floats over into another pinning predicament. Crucifix only a 2. And we said this is high speed. Wait a minute, Kisha caught that mouse trap, and Saki retains the title. That's the one thing that that effective mousetrap, that Kishikana mousetrap.
Defense number
I
3
was
successful.
I was so caught up in the watching it, I didn't even see a word. Honestly, I was like, I'm just gonna watch this. I'm gonna enjoy this for what it is, and it was a pretty solid match.
If there's one move that Saki Kashima possesses in that Kishikana mousetrap, she traps you into that roll up, that mousetrap pin. You're not kicking out of that.
Oh no, absolutely not. She's got that one down to a science.
But now Momo Kohgo, we saw earlier, Ash, just a look of utter disappointment on her face.
Yeah.
I mean, Cody, I know you've had looks like that, experiences like that, and your career. Just a look of utter disappointment from Momo Kohgo.
Right.
And Saki once again with the, and I guess maybe that's some sort of a handshake from Momo.
Clap, like a high five sort of equivalent, sort of, but no shake for sure.
Just not.
That one was a.
Go ahead.
Pardon me. Pretty much that was a nail biter through and through. It could have gone either way between these two women.
Well,
that's with every match that I've been on with so far. It's just 3 back-to-back matches I come into, and they are solid. Yeah. Period.
And if you guys at home listening to this want to see these back-to-back matches, you go to StardomWorld.com. StardomWorld.com, $6 to $7 a month, Cody. Just for $6 to $7 a month, and fans will get this kind of action.
The best thing in the wrestling business under $10 a month.
So we transition to title match number 2, match 6 on the card. Technically 7, but the pre-show match is always considered match 0 because apparently it doesn't exist, even though it happened, and there was a winner. Somebody went to the pay window, brother.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bounce off because I am on the road right now, so I can't have this really running while I'm driving. So y'all guys enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Thank y'all for having me. Enjoy the Stardom.
Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. The APW Hybrid Champion, Cody Hawkins.
So what the hell?
Okay.
And I'm not sure what to think about that. But Ash, are you ready for your countdown?
Yeah, we're ready to transition as we get into a video package explaining the situation in 3, 2, 1, go.
And you're going to need to restart it real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But Natsupoi
and Anou.
Yes, victorious.
Champions managing to beat
Rose Gold.
Rose Gold for the belt.
Yeah, in a very highly contested tag team match. But Natsupoi once again in her Stardom career regaining tag team gold. This time with Syuri Anou. Natsupoi, a former tag team champion with Tam Nakano in Meltier. Also, both Syuri Anou and Natsupoi, former Artist of Stardom tag team champions, with Kairi as part of Restart. But they're going to
And
have
here are the challengers who've gained a number of notable tag wins over the recent weeks. Seira and Suzuki, two of the highest profile, I guess you can say, freelancers, because they are not affiliated with any one stable right now.
But I got to question whether or not Seira's head is in the game. Because for the past few weeks, Seira has had her eyes on Saki Kashima and the high-speed title. So how focused is she really with this upcoming tag team title match?
I mean, considering it'd be her first title, I'd say she should be focused.
And here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the challengers for the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. One is known as the Crazy Girl, Suzuki. We saw the opening night of the 5-star tournament go head-to-head with Syuri, and even though she lost that match, at the end of it, she smiled. Which kind of leads me to believe that, the old saying, she's a few fries short of the Happy Meal. She's missing the fries, the toy, the drink, and half the hamburger. And her tag team partner, Seira, seems to be like a very bubbly, effervescent kind of girl, wouldn't you think, Ash?
She certainly seems to be in that style, for sure.
And what are they coming out
very
with?
Very May-esque. Oh, and they're having a drink?
Apparently. Not exactly sure what they're drinking, but apparently they're drinking something. Possibly.
And again, I don't know about SoftBank.
It appears to be some sort of soft drink. It's a drink of some sort.
A quality beverage is had by all.
And apparently that's the sponsor for this tag team with Suzuki and Seira, I guess.
So here comes the Cosmic Stars entrance, which of course Saori will refuse to do.
I think Syuri is all about letting her actions in the ring do the talking for her. She's not all about the glitz and the glamour. She's all about the wrestling. Getting in there. I think back to her match she had with Utami in the Blue Stars block. That was a bloody encounter indeed. But she went toe-to-toe with Utami Hayashishita that night. But be that as it may, they have made for an incredible tag team in Stardom, as they are the current Goddess of Stardom tag team champions. You see Tam Nakano and Yuna Mizumori holding the ropes open for their fellow Cosmic Angels. Again, if you're new to Stardom, members of their stable are allowed to be in their corner at ringside during their matches. Also, in championship matches, another little factoid, if the champions are counted out by the count of 20, the titles do change hands.
I mean, that is how... was it Mariah and Amy won the tag belts?
Yes.
Earlier this year?
Yes. From you and Nane Takahashi.
These tag belts have been very somewhat hot potato-ish for a lot of this year. Nane and you had the belts, dropping them to Mariah and Amy Sourei in no time. Then within like a month or so of that,
Dropping him to Rose
Mariah
Gold.
May and Mina Shirakawa, yeah, Rose Gold won the belts, and within a month or so of that, Saori, Anou, and Natsupoi won it. So at this rate, we got new champions tonight.
4 title changes within the past 4 months. That's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have been enjoying listening to our watch-along commentary as we are get set for our tag team title match. Don't forget to check out our other watch-along commentaries for other promotions as well, such as Tokyo Joshi and other promotions that we find. If you have a promotion out there that you would like us to do commentary on, be sure you let us know in the comment section below on YouTube. Saori Anou almost has like a regal presence about her, Ash. Would you say that's a great way to describe her?
Well, she never smiles. She maybe smirks from time to time, very rarely, but she's very serious, and Natsupoi is poi. That's all I know.
But somehow they make for an incredible combination.
I mean, that is the biggest question in Stardom. Asked many times by multiple people, including the boss Tam herself. What the hell does Bai-Poi mean?
And
we'll be saying Bai-Poi tonight.
oh wait a minute! Look at Suzuki and May Seira getting the jump on Saori and Natsupoi. Oh man, reversal by the Cosmic Angels, but Suzu and May land on the ring apron. Suzu takes on Saori and makes Seira in the ring with Natsupoi. And now May Seira, reversal by Natsupoi, reversed by May into the ropes, leapfrog by May. Oh, Suzu got caught her with a kick, sunset flip, roll up, drop kick by Suzu into the sunset flip, and only a 2. And a double drop kick by the challengers, and then kip up.
Double kip up.
Talk about starting at high speed. We definitely had a high speed start there, and now May Seira with a handful of Natsupoi's hair and just beels her across the ring.
You can certainly see elements of May Saruga, her former training partner and all that, in Sarah's repertoire.
Yeah, if anything, in professional wrestling, you need to have a bona fide mean streak. Beautiful suplex by May Seira. And now the challenger's in control over Natsupoi. And Suzuki with May Seira holding her back, and there's exactly a drive-by by the crazy girl, Suzuki. And now Suzu off the ropes with a knee to the back of the head. And I gotta say, Ash, crazy is the appropriate adjective when using to describe Suzuki.
Yeah, certainly in her pre-Stardom years, even though she was doing stuff in Stardom with her prominent stuff, Providence was very much doing a lot of hardcore bouts and whatever, and despite being only sort of 19 or 20, Suzu was putting it all on the line.
A little bit of a miscue by May Seira, and all of a sudden,
Natsupoi treating May just how May treated her earlier.
Exactly, especially now with that boot right in the throat of May Seira. Referee, get in there, and only again, it was a slight miscalculation, a mental error by May Seira, and a double chop kick later from the Angels, and all of a sudden the champions are back in control. And now Saori Anou Probably one of the meanest members of the Cosmic Angels, and I mean that in the kindest way possible. Like I was saying earlier, she doesn't like the glitz, the glamour, the dancing, of Cosmic Angels. And we're double teamed by the Angels. Natsupoi connects with the drop kick. And now an axe kick by Syuri Anou. Syuri prefers to do her showmanship in the ring by winning matches. And that's what Syuri Anou is all about. But somehow, she makes it work with Natsupoi. Snapmare by Natsupoi. Off the ropes and a drop kick again to the back. Poi goes for the cover and only a 2. Natsupoi is no stranger to those Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. He's held it multiple times, including Seira missed a drop kick. Natsupoi missed a drop kick. Roll through. Seira off the ropes. Natsupoi off the ropes. A little bit of misdirection here. Miss a clothesline. And spin kick by Poi. Responds. Block and a block and a block. Miss a clothesline. And a double cross body. And a double. What the hell? Unbelievable. Drop kick. Nicely done by Seira. But she needs to make a tag. But Natsupoi stopped. Oh my god. A kick play by Natsupoi. But she did not hold back on Seira, who makes the tag to Suzu Suzuki. Ducks the boot. Misses the right hand. Oh, Suzu's got Saori by the throat. And so does Saori.
By the throat.
We're talking about two women who have a bona fide mean streak. That's definitely one way to describe both Suzu Suzuki and Syuri Anou. Suzu, caught Saori's legs. And now Suzu off the ropes with a sliding German to Saori. And Saori landed on the back of her head. Unbelievable action. Oh, wait a minute. Natsupoi trying to cut off Suzu. She's holding Suzu on the top. And now Syuri Anou on the top rope with the Karana off the top. But Syuri slow to go for the cover. Instead, both women have a hold of their hair. Syuri with a right, with an elbow. And Suzu smiling. Suzu smiled after taking that shot. I think she's missing the hamburger in her Happy Meal now. Look at her, she is smiling again. And now both Suzu and Saori just trading blows in the middle of the ring. Big shot by Saori.
This is what Suzu lives for. She wants the hard-hitting stuff.
And now look at those rapid-fire blows by Suzu. Right to the side of the head. Oh, wait a minute. Saori with a block. Backslide. Roll through. Oh, what a kick right there by Suzuki. And then a super kick. And then another kick. What a deadly combination by Suzu.
Oh,
wait a minute.
No.
Oh, counter by Saori. Oh, whoa, what a counter. Somehow Suzu branched out of that attempted an enziguri. German, but Saori's back up. Saori's back up, German. But Suzu's back up.
Suzu don't care.
And now Suzu, German to Saori. And Saori cannot get back up. Unreal. Suzu off the ropes, ducking a clothesline. And now Saori with a German with a bridge. With a bridge and only a 2. And now I think Saori's fired up. I think Syuri Anou. It was like Greg the Hammer Valentine. Oh, wait a minute.
Bang. The tequila shot.
The tequila shot by Suzu, but cannot hold on to Syuri for the pin. Both women in desperate need of a tag. Tag, Seira's in the ring. Oh, wow, what a way to stop the tag. She springboard off the back of Syuri and dropkick Natsupoi. And look at that agility. Dropkick again to Syuri. Rolls through into the ring. Non-stop high-speed dropkick again to Syuri. And again flips back up. What athleticism by Seira. Now look at that submission hold. Oh my god, an Indian deathlock with a crossface.
This is why Saki should be concerned. If May is wanting a shot, with what May is showing here, Saki might be in trouble.
And Syuri looks like she may be fading here. Syuri looks like she's trying to go for that bottom rope, but it almost looked like she's fading, but somehow, with a surge of adrenaline, Syuri makes it to the bottom rope. And now Seira just punishing Syuri. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it right now. Just punishing Syuri. No, and Seira going around. She's got... I'm not sure what she was trying... Oh, my God! What a shot! Exactly. Oh, double team!
Double team.
Oh, my God!
Sort of like a total elimination to some extent.
It did, but... Oh, Saori kicked out! You know, Seira almost with a look of frustration on her face. Springboard off the middle. Oh,
springboard, but Natsupoi, I think, stopped it.
Yeah, you are right. Natsupoi stopped it. Syuri had attempted a fisherman suplex. Oh, double team by the Angels. When fisherman suplex with a bridge. Oh, Seira kicks out. She gets that shoulder up. And now Anou is going to ascend to the top turnbuckle. To the top rope. And now Syuri with a missile drop kick. But wait a minute, Suzu! Suzu with a missile drop kick of her own. Natsupoi with a crossbody off the top. Seira off the top on a crossbody. Jeez Louise!
And everybody is having chicken.
You want to talk about flying the friendly skies? That's what we just saw. First, it was Syuri with a missile drop kick to Seira. But Suzu was lying in wait, connected with a missile drop kick to Syuri. Natsupoi caught Suzu with a crossbody off the top, and then it was Seira with the final crossbody off the top to Natsupoi. And now we are left with Seira and Syuri Anou for the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. These women are leaving everything in the ring for the title step up into Curry by Syuri. But May tried for a clothesline duck by Syuri. May was thinking Casadora. Oh, wheelbarrow suplex by Syuri. Goes for the cover and Suzu breaks it up. Oh, what a right hand! Good night.
That's an elbow and a half. Or a forearm, I don't know.
Not whatever.
Either way, was knocked.
She almost had the poi knocked right out of her. And now some double team action between Suzu and Seira. Syuri Anou is in a world of trouble. Look, code breaker. May with the German.
The release German.
Jackknife cover.
Oh no!
Oh, sunset flip. New champions. Natsupoi breaks it up. Oh, God! Talk about getting the point knocked out of her. If she hadn't gotten it before, she got it now with that super kick. But Seira. Look at Seira with Syuri Anou. She's got her up. We're thinking maybe a powerbomb. I'm not sure. Syuri, backslide. Backslide with a float over. She's on the legs, and Suzu breaks it up. And again, all these women leaving it in the ring for the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. Double team by the Angels. But Suzu is not the legal person in the ring. It's Seira.
Sort of their own sort of minor tequila. Well, it wasn't a tequila shot exactly, but that sort of style move.
We may see it again. Look right here. Here it is. An SOS into a fisherman suplex buster.
And is it time?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. The Tom Tundra.
And the Tom Tundra allows the Cosmic Angels to retain the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. But what a match. Exactly, Ash.
What a match.
Oh, for the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. And again, folks, to see this kind of action, we're only
Was that a smile I saw from Saori?
It looked like it. I mean,
that's a rarity.
I mean, she retained her championship. She has to be smiling. But again, folks, to see this kind of action, anywhere between $6 to $7 for a subscription to Stardom World, and you get this kind of action.
Rossi his trophy.
Their first successful title defense of the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles from Natsupoi and Saori Anou.
We'll be sticking with this because I believe some interesting things happen after this. So
I believe you are correct. But again, what a tag team title match. I mean, Suzu, Suzuki, and Seira have nothing to hang their heads over. This was probably one of the... Again, every match tonight has been a very highly contested, highly competitive match. Wait. That's Saki!
Saki's coming in.
She's looking at Saori Anou's belt. But she's
noting how...
she said you look...
Oh.
You lost
making fun of May for losing in such weak fashion. May apparently is weak, at least according to Saki. Oh wait, is she now? Oh,
whoa!
There we go.
Saki says, "I like defending my title against weak fighters."
Not wanting anything to do with her for ages. Now, because in her mind, she thinks that Seira is weak.
Whoa, Saki!
Oh, she's in and out. She just said to Rossi, "Can we have the match, please?" I think he nodded, and she went, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, but I think Saki could be making a mistake here.
That is confirmed for the October 9th show. Their first big show after the stuff. Oh, Natsupoi giving May the chance to speak. Angry and disappointed after losing, and doesn't like the timing of Saki coming out.
I think Saki could be making a mistake underestimating Seira. And it seems May...
determined to take that belt from her.
Exactly.
Obvious check. Yeah, so that is now coming... October 9th is already looking tasty already for Nagoya Golden fight. With Tam defending that World of Stardom belt against Natsuko Tora after the upset win in the 5-star block. So there they go.
And again, I think Saki is making a mistake stirring up the hornet's nest a little bit with Seira.
What a crazy first defense. I think Natsupoi is also saying that, like, all this went down for our first thing. Oh, and Natsupoi is endorsing May to win the high-speed belt.
Exactly.
Oh,
wait a minute. Somebody's coming down to the ring. Wait, no
So-
way. No, wait, it's Utami and
That's
Azumi!
Utami. The boss and the two bosses, if you will. The boss because they're the figurehead, leader of the group. But then in Azumi, you have the one that's been around for sort of 8 years. So is sort of the veteran, because normally it's the veteran that has the stuff that is the one that leads the group. Oh, wait.
Whoa!
The word Azumi and Utami uniting for the first time, I think, in a while to challenge for the tag belt.
Did you refer to the challenge?
Oh, wait.
I
think we're having a Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and oh no, Saori can't do it.
And the champions accept. She called her
Wait for it.
Utapoi?
What is Baipoi?
I think that question will never be answered.
Her name is Natsupoi, and she doesn't have a catchphrase. Baipoi.
So 2 title matches confirmed for October 9th.
Oh, 3.
No, 3, yes. I don't think we'll ever have an answer to that age-old question. What's Baipoi? But Syuri
We'll find out what she turns on everybody.
Syuri, Anou, and Natsupoi to defend the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles against Azumi and Utami Hayashishita. That is going to be an incredible match. And again, I question Saki's stirring of the pot, as it were, with Seira. And if anything, I think that just kind of, in my mind, Ash, renewed the resolve of Seira.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's a different attitude for Saki. Normally, Saki shies away from, her challengers, from her opponents. But this time, she's actually granted the match to Seira. Again, I guess maybe God's Eye rubbing off more on Saki Kashima than we thought. But speaking of God's Eye...
Unless she's actually under the impression that she thinks she can cause the upset. But either way, we'll let you transition over to match number 7 of 8. Get it sorted.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. The Wonder of Stardom Championship.
We're going to get some probably video package hyping up this one as well, I would have thought. So, your Wonder of Stardom title commentary will start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, yeah.
Again, this all stems...
The new God's Eye, now with Saki being added.
As we're taking a look
Go.
at this package. Oh, poor Saki from that part.
I miss Kaguma.
Kaguma went splat on Saki, Unfortunately, that night, Saki Kashima took the pin. And this is
where Konami sort of brought up. She's the weak link. She doesn't deserve to be in the stable. You know, so ever since she's come in, God's Eye's been somewhat of a laughing stock.
And Mariah stood up for Saki. And Mariah is not one to shy away from a challenge. Especially when she defeated Tam Nakano to get that Wonder of Stardom title.
Tam's got about 7 different colours in her hair. Sorry, Mariah, sorry. I see black, brunette, ginger, blonde, all in combo. Maybe respect of sorts. Konami's first title match in a while, I think.
But also at the same time, it's Mariah standing up for Saki Kashima. Mariah believes in Saki. And I think that just speaks to Mariah's character. That she believes in Saki that much.
Oh. I see a lot of strobe lights. Warning for those of you that have epilepsy.
Interesting history here between Konami and Saki. Konami was the leader of Oryutai when Saki Kashima got brought into the faction. So if anyone knows about Saki Kashima, it's Konami.
Technically,
but
her last title challenge, Konami, was actually against Saori nearly 2 years ago when the SWA Undisputed Women's Belt was on the line, along with the 5-star Grand Prix contract, you know, to get the big match at the end of the year, which unsurprisingly Saori did retain in that. Trying to see in terms of, yeah, she's been in tag. The last time outside of that was 4-way for the tag titles in May of 21 when she was still part of Oryutai at the time.
Ash, what was it about God's Eye that led to Konami leaving Oryutai and joining up with them?
I mean, I believe it was part of the old shenanigans that is sort of ironically how it went for Saki. Let me just double check. Yes. It was the loser must join the opposite unit. And Oryutai. Oh, hang on. No. That was when Momo had to join. I'm trying to remember where it happened.
Are you talking about Momo Watanabe?
No, Konami.
Oh.
So it looks as if at the same time Konami might have actually left Oryutai at the same time that Momo went in, because like within a week of that, she's teaming with Saori and teaming with God's Eye. I believe I'm trying to remember when God's Eye was revealed. I think it was. I don't know if it was Amy Amarai and Konami that attacked Julia. Yeah, revealing sort of the other two splitting from Donna Del Mondo. So, anyway, Rossi's back. He needs a belt.
And he also needs a picture with two women who undoubtedly could kick his ass.
I mean, anybody's ass, to be fair.
Exactly. I mean, this match could headline any pay-per-view right now.
I mean, it arguably could have done tonight, but the IWGP Women's title will be on the line later.
Slight correction. The New Japan Strong Women's title.
Oh, sorry, yeah. They have too many belts.
I know.
It's like when they had the SWA belt, when it's like, so that's the world title or not? Like, what? Considering how the SWA belt has just disappeared, I'm guessing the IWGP and a combination of that and the New Japan Strong have taken that mantle, if you will. The Cinderella.
2023 winner of the Cinderella tournament.
Which got her the chance to get the white belt of Tam when Tam was double champion.
And what a match that was between those two. So some very interesting circumstances around this championship match. All stemming from Saki Kashima joining God's Eye, and then Konami making the pledge that if she wins the white belt, she returns to Stardom and God's Eye full time. And you can hear the crowd in Hiroshima with a Konami chant going on.
I think they want full-time Konami.
And here we go. Nice takedown by Konami. Oh, nice reversal by Mariah. We saw a little of this in that tag team match that happened the previous day. Just Mariah and Konami just trying to out wrestle one another in the opening moments of a match. Look at that counter into the headlock right there by Mariah. Konami with a fast counter. Headlock takeover. Mariah with a head scissor counter. Konami kicks out of it. And now Konami just tying up Mariah and all kinds of knots, trying for a Juji Katami, a cross arm breaker, but Mariah immediately gets to the bottom rope. They're basically right now going tit for tat in the opening moments of this match until that big kick by Konami right to the chest. Unbelievable shot. I know I said this word a lot tonight, but I can't think of any other adjective to describe the action other than unbelievable. And you guys are, if you haven't gotten a subscription yet, anywhere between $6 to $7 for this kind of action, that's a bargain in my book. Mariah and Konami are now on the ring apron. Mariah, oh, what a takedown by Konami. Konami, she's thinking maybe the triangle lancer on the outside, but that's not going to win her the title belt. It's going to hurt Mariah, yes. As you can see, Konami going after that arm And that shoulder of Mariah possibly softening her up for that triangle lancer. No. Mariah got posted, but missed the kick. Oh my God! Mariah likes the clothesline, but unfortunately she clotheslined the ring post. And the ring post will win every single time, and now Konami has a target in that left arm of Mariah. Mariah, out of instinct on the outside, tried to go for a clothesline on Konami. Konami
tactic now.
I know, but again, just to pick up what you missed, Ash, Mariah went for that left-handed lariat on the outside. Konami got out of the way, and Mariah ended up clotheslining the ring post, and the ring post won that encounter.
I mean, I was going to say, Konami was willing to sit in the ring and hope that Mariah wouldn't be able to answer the count and win, by sort of count-out forfeit, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, but Mariah's got too much of a fighting spirit to let that happen! Double stomp to the arm.
To the bad arm.
Yeah, again, you got to figure, setting her up for that triangle lancer, that very painful submission hold of Konami.
More tension. Oh!
And again, that takes away a lot of the offense from Mariah. A lot of Mariah's offense is smash mouth in your style. She loves to use... Oh God, kick to the elbow. That left-handed lariat.
The thing is, if you look at, Mariah's sort of back and shoulders, this isn't even her bad one because there is a heck of a lot of strapping on her right arm, but it's the actual left arm that Konami was going after. A sort of a cheap pinfall there with just a knee on the chest and holding the leg.
I think if anything, Konami did that to force Mariah to exert more energy with a kick out. Because Konami knows that she has got a definite advantage over Mariah right now. Oh! A back elbow with the right arm. But Konami back up immediately. That left arm is in a lot of trouble. Right off the ropes. Miss of a clothesline. Miss another one. Oh, no, a shoulder tackle.
With the bad arm.
With the bad arm. But now Mariah creating some separation needed. And again, with the back elbow. And now Mariah up off Brett's rope. Again with a senton. Goes for the cover and only a 2. Again, that shows the fighting spirit of Mariah, that no matter how badly she's injured, that she's going to fight. But can she? No, she can't. Not a bad arm. She can't. But again, that bad arm, that left arm that's been injured by Konami, went for a right-handed lariat. But now look at it, kind of a modulok or an octopus stretch by Konami, and Mariah immediately went to the ropes. Roll through by Konami, and a big kick to the chest cavity. Konami with a cover for the title and only a 2. And now a Kimura by Konami. Man, so much offense around that arm, that left arm of Mariah, now hampered away by Konami after clotheslining that steel post earlier in the match. And it is just like almost like an Anderson-like mentality, Ash, that Konami is just going after that arm. But look at that power by Mariah, though. And yeah, pick a body part and then just go after it, and that's exactly what Konami has done in this match. Mariah wants to fight back, but that left arm just... How much does Mariah have left? And again, Mariah is left-handed. So a lot of her dominant offense is from her left arm, her left side. And that's the injured arm. But wait a minute, Mariah! What a surge of adrenaline! Now with some strikes to Konami! And now off the ropes, a kick to the arm again. Mariah with a right-handed lariat and an armbar takedown by Konami. Mariah gets out of it. Spin kick by Konami. And a slap. Oh, and a back fist by Konami. And Mariah is floored. Konami again with a big kick. And again, a cover with a knee just on the solar plexus of Mariah. Mariah kicked out. And this is every bit as hard-hitting as I thought this was going to be, actually, considering the fact that these are two members, prominent members of God's Eye.
Oh!
Wow!
What a kick.
Unreal. Konami with that kick off the top rope. And now sizing up Mariah with that running knee. Goes for the cover to win the Wonder of Stardom title. And Mariah kicks out. Mariah has had to play defense ever since clotheslining that steel post earlier in the match, Ash. Oh, ripcord clothesline misses. Oh, what did look at Mariah? Oh, Samoa drop by Mariah. Mariah, despite being in a world of pain, somehow back up to her feet, clutching that left elbow, went for that clothesline, caught her with a right-handed lariat, but Konami's back up! Like nothing happened! Went for the kick, duck! And now Mariah with a high-angle back suplex! And now Mariah, what's Mariah thinking here? Wow, unbelievable! Wheelbarrow full Nelson slam by Mariah, and only a 2. And somehow Mariah's just trying to let that adrenaline flow. To get the feeling back into her arm. And now Mariah. Oh my God! Konami landed right on her face. Yet somehow was able to kick out. And now Mariah in the fireman's carry airplane spin. Was thinking maybe that cradle shock. But now Konami with a standing Kimura. Konami with a standing Kimura. Mariah with a counter to a hammerlock. Konami quickly counters. Oh my God! An arm screw by Konami. That's could dislocate an elbow. Oh, what a kick by Konami. Konami. Oh, only a 2. Konami half a count away from that Wonder of Stardom championship. And now once again, maybe going for that triangle lancer. She's got it. She's got it locked in. Doesn't have it all the way. She's trying to gain wrist control.
Whoa.
But somehow Mariah is somehow keeping her body, not allowing Konami the full pressure of that triangle lancer. Well, but Konami's pulling. Oh, no, she's got it. She's got it. And Mariah's in the ropes. Mariah's in the ropes.
Oh, but...
Oh, she's still got a hold of it. She's still got a hold of the arm. Wait a minute, Mariah countered. Mariah countered with only a 2. Now Konami, no, buzzsaw kick. Konami goes for the, a 1. Mariah kicked out and 1. How the hell? Mariah, cradle shock. Mariah with the cover for the title, only a 2.
Oh, lariat!
The left-handed lariat!
Arm of one!
And Konami out at one! But now Mariah had a Steve! Oh my god!
The proper lariat.
Cover by Mariah! And Mariah
There it is.
retains the Wonder of Stardom title! What a match! What a title match for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. Hello. Just when you... Go ahead.
Saki checking on Mariah, interestingly.
If anything, since... is she checking on Konami now? We couldn't see from the camera angle. She did step away from Mariah for a moment. But I think ever since joining God's Eye, Mariah and Saki have become close friends. Just when you thought Mariah was out of it, when she clotheslined the steel ring posts, just when you thought Konami had the championship within her grasp, she had her in the Triangle Lancer, Mariah would not give up. Then somehow, some way, through sheer will, Mariah connects with a huge left-handed lariat. And then 3 seconds later, Mariah retains the Wonder of Stardom Championship in her first title defense. And ladies and gentlemen, if you yourself want to see this kind of action in Stardom, the only way you can do it is by going to StardomWorld.com. And for $6 to $7 a month, you get this great action. As we welcome in Jamper into the commentary position. Jamper, how are you?
I'm fine.
Mariah making some comments saying that's her first defense, which it is.
Right.
Her opponent to come closer to me.
You've come in on a good time, Jamper. I'll tell you that right now.
So Mariah is...
What?
You seem to have many thoughts about God's Eye and Saki Kasami, but today,
Kashima.
whatever.
You're good, Jamper.
Saki Kashima wasn't in my corner.
Exactly.
It was Solar.
Neither was
Syuri.
Syuri, of course. That's because she thinks of Konami as her friend, right?
Jamper, this all stems from the fact that Konami does not approve of Saki Kashima being in God's Eye. But Mariah is standing up for her. Because Mariah is standing up for her.
I fought today, and I'm convinced that if I had Konami with me, I can be even stronger.
I kind of wish you were here earlier, Jamper. You missed some amazing competition.
I mean, are you really a limited participant? You're too strong. Yeah, sorry about that. I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean with a friend.
I was trying to... Is she trying to say, look, can you still become full-time despite not winning?
Today I was able to defend this white belt as if Mariah's spirit was stronger than yours.
If you pay attention to Konami's face, it almost seems like she's barely
But
holding
I'm
it.
looking forward to your full comeback, as you said at the press conference, right?
We talked about Saki getting emotional. It almost looked like Konami was barely holding it together if you paid attention to her while Mariah was talking. And the crowd in Hiroshima behind Konami.
Thank you. Why, of course I'm strong, dumb shit.
Yeah, they're not shy about the language in Stardom. I'll tell you that right now, Champer.
I lost today, so I agree with you about God's Eye. But you know, 2 years ago I was number 2 for a long time, but I'm not someone's second.
Oh, is that what her position was in Odiotai?
To some extent.
I can't come back to the ring until I'm the brightest. I want to find out what's missing, and then I will make a full comeback.
I wonder what that could be.
She's going to
oh yeah.
Oh.
Saki Kashima. Oh, come here, you.
Saki getting into the ring.
And again, Chamber, this is all stemming from the fact that Konami does not accept Saki and God's Eye.
What are you crying about? Uh-oh. Well, I won today, so I'll agree with Morai's opinion, but... I still don't approve of you. God's Eye is full of real strong fighters, so you should watch them and improve your skills. Okay? I still don't approve of you, Saki Kashima, but practice hard and get stronger.
It's Konami giving a window to Saki here to earn her respect, earn her approval. And I guess that's an acknowledgement from Saki.
I was going to say, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, it's just an acknowledgement of, and look at that.
Madam Mariah, you forgot that two right hands couldn't shake each other.
And there's Syuri in the ring.
Okay, God's Eye, we're going to split our rings even bigger.
They're united, seemingly, in some shape or form.
Well, and look who just jumped off the Japanese commentary show.
At the next big show, Ami.
Well, everybody
Amy.
got me there. I think
The next big show is October 9th in
Aichi.
Nagaya,
Aichi, right?
Aichi Nagayo province.
Speaking of 10.9, that's when I had my UWF Rules match with Saki. You want to do it again?
Oh, I think Saki already has a match that night.
Saki's no. Saki's got her match with May. No, she's like, no.
Hiding behind her right now.
Then who wants to play by UWF rules?
Is Syuri throwing out an open challenge?
Get the crap beaten out of them by Saori.
Syuri's throwing out an open challenge for a UWF rule. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What the fuck?
It's Mina Shirakawa! It's Mina Shirakawa from Club Venus! Is Mina stepping up to the plate?
Mina want to
Hey,
fight.
bitch.
What does Mina have to say?
Get her a fucking mic.
Mina Shirakawa, who overcame the nightmare of Hiroshima, can't just go home.
I don't work out how she overcame. She lost.
Yes, I can't leave for free. I want some action, Syuri. Play UWF rules with me.
Ooh,
Oh!
wow.
She wants to fight.
She likes it rough. I mean, what?
Sucks.
Well, in any match with Syuri, Jamper, it's going to be a rough
The
match.
leg attack I've been refining and improving, the submission I'm good at.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. You don't know? Okay, I never gotten a give up from Sourei with that.
Syuri.
Syuri, whatever.
But we've seen it, Jamper. You've seen it before. I've shown it to you.
My signature move is
Whoa.
the figure 4 leg lock.
Whoa!
Yes, she has perfected
Whoa.
that move.
Is that right? On October 9th, I'm going to make you give up by performing a figure 4 leg lock from a dragon screw.
Is she MJFing this? Is she doing the equivalent of Deadlock Takeover?
That's a funny thing to say. While studying my kicks and submissions, I'm looking forward to it.
If there's anything Syuri likes, is a fight.
Uh-oh.
Don't need a translation. Didn't really need a translation for that. Ash, very quick.
Bang at though.
Her
Was
leg.
it her knees, her legs?
It was the
Something
legs.
else that I don't think can be talked about at 6 o'clock in the 5 morning?
Ash, by the way, we are live, Jamper. By the way, also, Ash, do you want to explain what UWF rules are?
Well, let's line up, God's Eye. Line up, line up.
They're just going to do their promo at the end of this about God's Eye spreading their wings. So
you don't need me to read the thing, right?
No. So
So the UWF
so
was a promotion in the 80s. I think it was 80s and 90s. It was very much sort of shoot style. You know, it was all about technical stuff, submission and knockout only sort of stuff. And given Mariah's background with the MMA stuff, UWF rules are very much her wheelhouse. So if anybody's willing to step up and take the challenge, I mean, the big upset is if you challenge her and she loses. So I don't think she's lost in the UWF rules match when she's had them, I believe.
well, we have yet another match confirmed for the October. Look at that, a shake of the hand by Konami and Saki. And again, remember what I said earlier, Jamper. Konami does not approve of Saki Kashima, but I'm guessing that Konami has a little bit of respect for Saki after that. But again, Mariah retaining the Wonder of Stardom Championship here for this 5-star special of Stardom. And ladies and gentlemen,
Mariah,
go ahead.
Mariah can now fully focus on 5-star stuff over the next few weeks because I don't think she's got any title matches coming up in the upcoming week. So see if she can do one of the very rare. I think it's only happened once before when somebody's won Cinderella and 5-star in the same year.
But now, boys and girls, it's time for our main event. And what a main event it's going to be for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. The champion, the leader of Donna Del Mondo, Giulia, defending against Japanese deathmatch wrestler and Prominence member Risa Seira, who, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is a double tough competitor to say the least.
Uh-oh.
Well, we were experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties.
No, I never gave a signal, so.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set for our main event. Over to Ash.
So yeah, your main event will begin, or at least you can press play. Watch along with us in 3, 2, 1. Whoa!
This is gonna be off the hook. This is from the August 13th show. Giulia, oh jeez, Giulia defending.
Where you challenged Giulia.
Holy snikey.
And
look at that, Giulia was willing to rip the arm out of the socket of you to retain that title. Was this before Multiverse United 2?
No,
Yeah.
that was the week before. She then successfully retained against Deonna Purrazzo and Momo Kohgo and Giselle Shaw. I think it was getting the pin on Giselle to actually get the win. But then, from out of nowhere, Risa Serra returned. First time being around since January show, I think, from what I remember.
I believe.
When Providence dropped the trios belts.
To restart, I believe. That scene is of her and Suzuki.
Julia's in the kitchen.
I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone can give Julia a run for her money, especially with the New Japan Strong Women's Championship on the line, it is Risa Serra. We've seen a lot of what Risa Serra can do. Risa Serra can get extreme when she wants to. And if anyone can bring that extreme mentality and match it of Julia's, it is definitely Risa. This is going to be an incredibly hard title defense for Julia. But can she do it? As we now await our challenger, representative of the Prominence promotion in Japan. And our current challenger for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, Risa Serra. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to watch along with us, go to StardomWorld.com right now. And for $6 to $7 a month, you get an amazing library of content featuring some of the best professional wrestling, women's professional wrestling there is. And take it from me, your friendly neighborhood wrestling gamer, when I tell you that it is worth the money for the subscription. Because every match here tonight has been a 5-star quality match. This is what wrestling...
What happened with her? Bit confused.
But in my mind, this is what wrestling is all about. The competition. We've seen it in every match here tonight. And we are definitely going to get it here in the main event of the 5-star special for the New Japan Strong Women's title.
The champ is here.
But will she have that title when this match is over? Julia defeating Willow Nightingale several months ago to win that New Japan Strong Women's Championship. As we saw, made 2 successful title defenses. I stand corrected, multiple title defenses. She's also defended against Momo Kohgo. But here comes the leader of Donna Del Mondo, 1/3 of the Artists of Stardom Tag Team Champions, and the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, Giulia. And I gotta tell you, Jamper, she is as deadly as she is desirable. This is a woman you don't want to cross. But boys, I gotta ask, are you ready for this main event?
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and notice.
Suzuki?
Well, you know, it's a prominence thing, I'm guessing.
Is it a prominent?
Nod.
Is it a prominence mod, or are we seeing a new member of Donna Del Mondo?
I mean, I thought she was a good fit, but anyway, Rossi needs a belt, and he also needs a photo op.
If anyone can take the fight to Giulia for this championship, it's definitely Risa Seira. As we are fixing to get our ring introductions for both champion and challenger. Giulia's been a fighting champion. Defended multiple times here in Japan, and she's also defended it at Multiverse United 2 in that four-way dance on Impact.
Risa, one of the taller wrestlers as well, being 5'6", 7-ish. I can't do math. Giulia not too dissimilar in height though, so there's no sort of David and Goliath, you know, giant versus not so giant. They're pretty similar in styles to some extent as well.
Exactly, with that
Giulia
extreme
is known
style.
to get hardcore if she needs to.
Exactly, and look who's in the corner of Giulia.
Oh,
It's Suzu.
yeah.
Suzu, you would almost think that she would be in the corner of Risa Seira, being a former Prominence member. Here we go, Colonel tie-up.
Case if she doesn't want to see, you know, favoritism towards them, given that she's no longer affiliated with that group.
Risa backing Giulia into the ropes.
But obviously still wants to be there, because no doubt she's going to be concerned for both women.
Clean break, and now another Colonel tie-up into a headlock. Now Giulia...
Both, I guess, former friends, maybe?
Ooh, shoulder tackle by Risa Seira. Seira off the ropes. Oh, nice counter into the arm drag. Armbar takedown by Giulia. And now Risa, arm wringer of her own. And now Giulia, counter of her own. Again, we're getting some good technical wrestling at the beginning of this match. Look at this. A variant of the Tequila Sunrise. She's got control of the arm, and then with the legs, it's like an Indian deathlock. Applying pressure to the arm, the shoulder, and the knee joints. Manipulating the joints of Risa Seira. Risa gets to the bottom rope. Giulia now sending Risa into the corner. Irish whip, no counter by Risa. Giulia gets sent in. Big back elbow from Risa Seira. And now Sarah lining up Julia. Oh, Julia got out of the way. Oh, wait a minute. Julia kind of rolls. Oh, Riza to the outside and then a kick to the back of the head. And this is Julia's playground. That would be safe to say, right, Ash? This is Julia's playground right here. The outside of the ring.
I would say so, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is a Japanese table. Those are very, very hard tables. And now, Julia's got Riza Sarah on the table. Oh, when Sarah fighting back. Oh, wait a minute. Sarah's got Julia. Powerbomb on the ring apron. And now Sarah's got the table. If anyone knows how to use a table, it's Sarah. She's got it positioned on the outside of the ring. Nowhere near Julia is, but man, a massive powerbomb on the ring apron. Talk about a shot to your spine. And again, don't forget the rules in Japan. You get counted out, you will lose the championship. Julia somehow back in the ring after that massive powerbomb, and Riza Sarah said, we're not done playing on the outside. Sarah has now got Julia up. Julia trying to fight out of it. She does. Oh, a shot by Julia. And now a mancha lock on the ring apron. Submissions don't count on the ring apron on the outside. But, oh no. Oh, Sarah powered out of it. Sarah's got control. Riza's got control of Julia on the ring apron. Oh no, Julia is in a world of trouble. Off through the table with the air raid crash. Again, to the back of Julia. Riza somehow overpowered Julia when she had the mancha lock on, just repositioned her, and then drove her back first through the table with the air raid crash. And now that back of Julia has become a target for Riza Sarah. The champion is in a world of trouble. She got power bombed on the ring apron, and then she got driven through a table with the air raid crash, and now Riza is going to exploit that with that Boston Crab. Again, just punishing the lower lumbar region of Julia. You've seen another person use this variant of a Boston Crab Ash. Sourei also uses this. But no, look at Riza Sarah. Look at the power of Riza Sarah picking up Julia and then just power bombing her in the corner. And now Sarah comes running in with the double knees to the face of Julia. And now Sarah, double knees again, this time to the gut. Julia in a trouble, only a two. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the 5-star special in Hiroshima for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Julia Donna Del Mondo defending against Prominence member Riza Sarah. And Sarah would love to take that title back to Prominence with her. Wait a minute, Sarah's got her up. Oh wow! Swung her around into another air raid crash, back first on the canvas, and only a two. Like I said earlier, Ash, that back has become a bullseye, a target for Riza Sarah.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to look for a spot of weakness,
Oh,
capitulate on it as much as you can.
but how is Julia back on her feet? Let alone on Brett's rope with Riza with a headbutt. No way, she can't be thinking superplex. She can't be thinking that butterfly superplex. She can't be thinking of doing this on the top rope. Butterfly superplex. And she held on. She held on. Oh, Sarah. Oh, countered by Julia. Julia with a German. How in the world did Julia deliver that? Oh, Sarah, beautiful counter. She's got her up in the fireman's carry cradle shock. But Julia's right back up and did nothing. Drop kick by Julia. That cradle shock had no effect on Julia. And she counters with a drop kick. Unreal. And that's a word we've heard a lot tonight, Ash. Unreal, unbelievable. And this action is only on StardomWorld.com, folks. Again, we are not sponsored in any shape or form by Stardom. However, I heavily endorse it because I think for the price, you guys get amazing action. It's a steal. You get great wrestling action. For anywhere between $6 to $7 a month, you see some of the best in women's wrestling. And we're seeing it here in this main event. Julia defending that title. Look at you can almost see the fighting spirits of both Risa, Seira, and Julia just showing here in this contest. Julia, elbow to the head, and Risa with a smile on her face delivers an elbow to Julia. Julia fires back. That drops Risa to her knees. This is the kind of fighting style that Risa Seira loves, Ash. And look at that smile. That's almost like a sick smile in a sense. You know, Julia's just right back on her feet like nothing happened. Big blow to the side of the head. But Risa gets back up to her feet. How are these women doing this, Ash?
When you're in the main event, you're going to put everything on the line.
STF by Julia in the middle of the ring. Julia ripping and tearing in an attempt to retain the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Will Risa Seira tap out? Will she give it up? She's trying to make her way to the bottom of the ring, but this is a very painful hold that she's trapped in, and she makes it. But Julia not wasting any time. Look how fast she got up from that. Beautiful belly to back suplex by Julia. Goes to the cover and only a 2. Julia is definitely in a fight right now for that title. But you know, that would mean the world to Risa Seira, Ash, to bring that New Japan Strong Women's title back to her with prominence. Julia trying for the glorious driver, countered by Risa Seira. Into the ropes. Risa's got her up. Death Valley driver. Almost attitude adjustment style from Risa Seira. But again, that's an attack on that back of Julia, and now Riza's got her up in a power slam. Again, to the back of Julia, and she still kicks out. We know Julia's strong, Ash. We know she's resilient, but the human anatomy can only withstand another air raid crash from Riza Seira. It can only withstand so much punishment. You gotta start wondering how much more can Julia take, especially with that injury to her back. Double knees again by Riza Seira, and only a 2. Excuse me. Julia in a great deal of trouble and a great deal of pain. Ever since she got power bombed on the ring apron, that back has been a target for Riza Seira, and she has just been like a shark smelling blood in the water, just attacking that back. Now Riza Seira maybe thinking a power bomb or maybe a backbreaker. Julia trying to fight. Or she gets out of it. Oh, what a knee right to the face of Riza. Oh, that one got caught. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, a counter by Julia. But Riza's shoulders weren't exactly on the mat.
That wasn't as great as it could have been.
You got to figure maybe the injury to the back playing a factor in that, Ash. That back has just been assaulted by Riza Seira in this match.
Riza was shaking there, I think, for a little bit.
Oh, blocked by Riza Seira. And a German suplex by Julia. And Riza Seira said, "That's all you got?" Big right hand by Julia. But Seira will not go down until that. Oh, and now Julia.
Wow.
Julia thinking she's calling for it. She's got, the back. The back. It's the back. Julia attempted a glorious driver, but when she tried to pick her up the first time, her back gave out on her. Now Julia's got her up again. Glorious driver. Julia goes for the cover and a kick out. Ash, I can count maybe a handful of names that have kicked out of that glorious driver of Julia. She has put away a lot of people with that move.
No.
Oh, but countered by Riza. Oh, right elbow. Julia off the ropes. Riza. Oh, wait a minute. Riza caught her. Riza's caught Julia. Into the sit-up powerbomb. Riza stacks her up and only a 2. How close was Riza Seira away from that New Japan Strong Women's title? And now, Seira, with a fireman's carry, now deposits. One can only wonder what Seira has in mind for Julia. It can only be bad here for Ash. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Another air raid crash?
No.
Oh, sunset flip bomb by Julia! What a counter by the champion! Cover and only a 2! Julia with the amazing wherewithal to counter that air raid crash into a sunset flip bomb and now off the top missile drop kick. And now a double underhook by Julia. Wait a minute, maybe package pile driver? No, I think that back's got to be a bit of an issue. Oh my God! What a right hand! And now Julia is gonna try it again. She's got her up. Package pile driver from Julia. And now Julia is gonna go for it. The Northern Lights bomb. Julia cover 2-3. Julia retains the New Japan Strong Women's Championship.
That wasn't just any missile drop kick. Northern Lights bomb combo. That was the Tiger Lily.
The Tiger Lily.
Noting this show, which was September the 3rd, would have been Hana Kimura's 26th birthday.
Oh.
And the Tiger Lily was Hannah's that was her sort of one of her finishes. The combo of the missile drop kick transitioning into the Northern Lights
Bomb. Julia now her successful title defense. Officially in Stardom, her third defense of the New Japan Strong Women's Championship.
An interesting little twist has just enveloped.
Really?
So a lot of people were suggesting that Julia was going to be facing Stephanie Vaquer for the belt at the next Fighting Spirit Unleashed show in America, which I think is next month. However, they've now announced that Stephanie's going to be in a tag match with Zooexis against Luvia and Johnny Robbie. So that means Stephanie is not available to challenge Julia. So
Julia's got a mic.
It's wide open now as to who will be Julia's next challenger. Julia is happy.
She beat Riza.
Riza.
It was a hard-fought match.
Something I've been unable to say for a long while. You were so kind to me as a rookie. Couldn't say it, but now I can say thank you for everything.
That's gotta mean the world to Julia and the world to Riza Seira at the same time. Look at that. Julia showing just nothing but the absolute most respect for Riza Seira.
Fight with me again. And then she corrects herself. She doesn't want to fight alongside her. She wants her opposite her. Leave Suzu to me.
Whoa! Is that confirmation there? Did Julia just confirm that Suzuki is now in Donna Del Mondo?
I don't know.
Riza's responding. You beat me completely.
There were other subtitles, but they were misframed. I won't give up on this match, on Suzu or myself.
What does that mean? She'll get even someplace.
This is Sukuba.
The real question here is, where does Suzu's allegiances lie? Because Suzu was a longtime member of the Prominence roster. And now, after hearing what Julia had to say...
There's always been affinity between her and Julia in terms of stuff. I mean, look at 12 months ago.
Yes.
When they were both in tears before they even started wrestling each other to determine who would win the block.
I remember that. Julia now addressing the people of Hiroshima.
Super humid. As it usually is at this time of year in Japan, to be fair.
But it's been really hot everywhere, if you think about it. Not just in Japan, but everywhere. Julia's still defending her newly created strong belt, and she's going to be the best in the world. And she will continue to fight against the best in the world and give strength to all of you. And she has been an incredible New Japan Strong Women's Champion. A fighting champion.
Oh, of course, yes. Next up, at least in terms of quote-unquote major shows, the Dream Tag League, where Suzu and Julia will team.
So could that be what Julia was referring to? Is the fact that she's working with Suzuki for the Dream Tag?
Maybe it's them where we'll find out something will happen.
Tag team with Suzu and Julia.
So yeah, in terms of this weekend's stuff, we might be talking about next week. We have Lady C and Hina versus Miyu, Amasaki and Hanako. Poi and Unamon versus Saki and Saori. Hina, Natsuko Tora, and Fukujin Death against Iwatani, Koguma, and Momo Kohgo. Megasis Megan Bayne teams up with Seira once again to take on Mariah May and the Wakamania. And then 4 matches, the only 4 matches of the week, comprising of the 5-star. From the red block, we have Tam against Suzuki, along with Hazuki versus Starlight Kid. And then in the blue block, Mariah versus Saori Anou, and Julia versus Maika. Donna Del Mondo collides. And then the Dream Tag League itself. Sorry, Dream Tag Festival. We have Hanan teaming with Mariah May to take on Momo and Momo. Team Momo. Hina and Rina versus Mirai and Mai Sakurai.
So the twin sisters are teaming up.
My internet's going to be going down in a minute, so before he says anything else, I wanted to say thank you for having me, even though I came late, and have a good night and a good rest of your stream, buddy.
All right, thank you very much, Jamper.
Bye-bye.
Nane and Ruaka are teaming. More passion is required. Taking on Hazuki and Natsuko Tora. So an Odio Tai reunion of sorts. Natsupoi and Souriano, so the one that isn't really a dream team because they already are a team. Taking on Tam and Mina Shirakawa.
Tam and Mina?
They're reuniting, yes. Saki Kashima teaming with Mayu Iwatani to take on Azumi and Starlight Kid. Can they coexist? Hopefully they can.
Well, they've always said that they're eternal rivals.
And what should be the main event, considering it's also teasing to the 5-star finale. Utami, Hayashishita, and Maika versus Julia and Suzu Suzuki. Probably the only time that Utami and Julia, I think, at least as I'm aware of, are going head-to-head in any way, shape, or form ahead of the final, which may or may not determine who will be winning the blue block.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
There'll be other matches as well, but those are the 6 that are sort of made up of the pairs of surprise entrants.
well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 5-star special from Hiroshima and our commentary of it. I gotta say, Ash, from start to finish, I kind of have to say I kind of agree with the name 5-star, because every match in this show was a 5-star quality match. None of these matches on Stardom disappointed. And if you guys want to check out this great, incredible action for anywhere between $6 to $7 a month on StardomWorld.com is the only way for you guys to do it. Yes?
Dream Tag Festival might be getting extra tasty. Stardom has also confirmed that Kairi will be attending it.
Ooh.
So we might be getting Kairi's farewell match. Possibly to all of Japan, considering her hiatus is beginning at the start of October. And the 5-star would be like September 30th. So we could be building to Kairi's last match before she probably heads back across the Pacific Ocean.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, this concludes our watch-along commentary of the 5-star special from Stardom for Hiroshima. And Ash, I gotta say, I enjoyed this show from start to finish.
It delivered on its name. Not that it's 5-star, but it did feel special. There were some really good matches on it.
But what match in your opinion stood out above the rest?
The tag match. That, considering that was Suzu and May saying, "Look, we belong in Stardom," and to some extent Saori Anou, because it's her sort of first year as well, officially, within Stardom as well. That was delivering everything. And then also, of course, what the hell does Bayne mean?
Still trying to figure that out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. If you guys enjoyed listening to our watch-along commentary, and if you want us to do a promotion that we have yet to see and do some commentary for, be sure you tell me in the comment section below. Don't forget, you can check us out live on twitch.tv/WrestlingGamer, where we do this live. And also, again, like I said, we watch a lot of different promotions here, and we watch a lot of stuff. You guys, if you're a wrestling fan, again, I promise you, $6 to $7 on StardomWorld.com, and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. Some of the best women's wrestling you will see comes from Stardom. Anyway, with that being said, I am for the Studley Man Ashley, for Lance Moss, for Just Built Different, Cody Hawkins, and for our friend Jamper, I'm your friendly neighborhood Wrestle Gamer, reminding all of you guys out there to just stay awesome. Bye, guys!